Boom, baby. We are live. Welcome to the brand new time, first ever in the history of Interview with the Man. We are going live here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Welcome to all the Californians. Sorry to the Europeans. I know you're asleep right now. Let's get it going.
Make money, make muscles, learn game. If you're listening to me, you're a hot dude. The hot dude life is not about your physical appearance. The hot dude life is a mentality. The Hot Dude Army is a global network, and the Hot Dude Army is everywhere. Decrease your judgment of others and increase the judgment of yourself. You belong to the streets, huh?
100%.
It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
This is a textbook example of really good game.
Good morning from Tokyo, and good evening to you over in the United States of America or wherever you are watching. It is me, MLD, and I'm joined by my co-host, me, and Anime Jesus. That's right, because you're going to need some Jesus after you see me go toe-to-toe with the three most entitled women I have met in my life on this podcast. God in heaven. So what we're going to review today is actually my viral content that was on the show Valuetainment Money. Valuetainment Money is a sub show of the big channel Valuetainment, who is ran by Mr. Patrick Bet David. Valuetainment Money, the host is Adam Sosnick. Adam has been nothing but generous, courteous to me. He's a very great guy. He's a very nice person. He has always treated me with the highest level of respect. And he was so nice to have me on the show. And actually, he even was so courteous to put me in touch with his booker, who books the talent to come on the show. And I was actually able to get in touch with Jedediah Bila, if you guys watch Jedediah. And I was actually able to get on her show. And actually, Jedediah wants me back. So really grateful to Adam, okay? And Adam is a really awesome guy. I really want to highly stress that. Take a look real quick, too, because listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. First and foremost, I really want to tell you guys, my hardcore fans that have been with me for a while. Sorry, I didn't even mean to call you guys fans, but just like you, the people who've been watching me and support me. I feel like the word fans is so patronizing, and I don't want to come off like that. But I just want to tell you guys seriously from the bottom of my heart, you guys who've been in there with me from thick and thin, you guys know who I'm talking to. My homies Augie, AJ, Woggles. I mean, especially Woggles was with me before, like I was even something, man. So listen, all you people out there, thank you so much. I seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I am nothing without you. And I'm so grateful for everything that we have been able to come together and do here on this channel. So I honestly just want to say thank you so much. That being said, I want to just say something, okay? I am not going to lie. Before I went on this podcast and before I went on this tour, I was thinking, my message is a niche message. My message is a message that is, how can I say it's not for everybody. That's what I thought. And so I thought, I'm going to go on this tour. I'm going to get a lot of hate, but I'm going to find out a few more good, solid people to be in the community and a good, just a few good men, a few good women out there. Right. It blows my mind that the complete opposite happened. I was absolutely on a viral tear. The world has come out and said, MLD, we agree with what you say. And I mean, it's just, I got to tell you guys, it's hard being a content creator. It's hard being a man content creator with like this kind of stuff when like the whole world is telling you like, no, men are trash, women are the best, men are garbage, blah, 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 right? It's just so, it's a lot. And then, my channel was being heavily shadow banned. Obviously now, guess what? Oh, I'm going viral. All shadow bans lifted, right? Oh, lo and behold, right? But anyways, I wanted to show you something real quick here. Because if you just take a look at some of these metrics from the tour, okay, I just want to show you what exactly happened on the tour. So today we're going to do the Valuetainment Money Show. And then what we'll do tomorrow will be the Jedediah Show. And then from there, we'll be Fresh and Fit, the After Hours, and then the whatever podcasts and whatnot. But if you just take a look here, I wanted to show you something real quick because what they always say, men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie. Okay. And if you take a look here at the numbers from the podcast that I was on, okay, if you just take a quick gander, and I'm not trying to shit on anybody or anything along those lines, okay. But just take a quick look here. I'm going to give you take a look at this, okay? So, okay.
Shut up and take my money.
Thanks, hey y'all, for the $2 Canadian. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Emmett Trill, my Trinity brother. What up, what up, what up? Send the roti. You got some doubles for me, boy? Okay. So take a look here. Look at the numbers. Okay, so this is my show, just like a standalone show, with my incredibly puffed up face from the airplane, because your face swells up when you're on those large international trips. And the day after, I was just fucking Johnny Fat Face. But look at this, 108,000 views here, more than pro boxer Adrian Broner. No offense to Adrian Broner. Met him. He's super cool. I met his brother. He's a really cool guy. And then here, 310 on the After Hours show. Again, and if you look at the follow-up episodes, 50, 50, 60, 370, but this guy's like a super fucking celebrity, right? The numbers are crushing it. If you go to the Fresh and Fit's Clips channel too, right? If we go down, I got to go back a couple of them. But if you take a look quickly at the numbers, so here's me. Look at that. That's 190 right here, compared to the other ones getting like 90, 120. And then this one here one's a little bit later. But if you take a look at like the main clip where I was going toe to toe with this chick right here, look, 218,000. Previous one, 35K, 96K, 57K, 42K, 56K, 125. Your boy's checking in at 218. Okay. That's not only it. If you go over to the Valuetainment channel as well, okay, this is the episode where.
Shut up and take my money.
Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Man, I haven't seen you in a while. Shout out to you, bro. DJ Green. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well, brother. $20 super chat. Thank you so much. If you take
my money.
If you take a look here real quick, we did 164,000. This is the episode we're going to review today. It's 2 hours and 35 minutes. Sit down, get yourself some popcorn, roll up that joint, do what you got to do, but stay awake. Look at this, 164,000 views compared to, look at this, Alpha M, 27,000 views. Justin Waller, 150, talking about Tate and I think it was a bunch of them, right? Yeah, they had a whole giant panel. Shitting all over Richard Cooper because, come on, let's be honest. Richard Cooper is irrelevant. 92K views with his, he has all his subscribers, but he can only scratch up 92Ks. And then look at this. Look at this. Destiny and Pearl, 2 mega titans in the online game, 295. So we're just knocking at the door with them. And then again, higher than here, higher than here, higher than here, higher than here, higher. Look at this, 20K, 15K, 36K, 37K, 12K, 236 with Sneeko, but Sneeko's huge. And Sneeko's a fucking man. 5K, 21K. So the message was being seriously received in a positive light. In addition to that, if you take a look at the Whatever podcast, the podcast that I was on with Whatever, that was a podcast he made the most money and had the highest amount of live viewers. So really happy to be here. Really happy my message is being accepted by everyone. And let me just read these super chats real quick. Chitty. Oh, is that Loabachi? I'm sorry, brother. I know I butchered that. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. And then Morgan Jones, my lovely Morgan Jones is a beautiful woman. Glad you're back. We missed you. Thank you so much, baby. Appreciate it. So, hey, there's my man Sam Pershansky. This guy's like my best friend, dude. I love this guy. Great guy. Was there with me all throughout my America tour. Sam is always locked and loaded. If you come up on us, you better fucking have a fully automatic weapon. That's all I'll say. Anyways, actually, I got to reshare this so we can share the audio. Just want to double check here. We're going to do a quick double check. Just tell me, guys, can you hear this or not? If there's an echo or whatnot. Test. How is that? Is there an echo? Can you hear anything? Wham Bam 600 says, John, you're the GOAT. Real shit. Thank you. Casey James says, I can already tell your energy between now and your 9 a.m. streams. Good shit. Yeah, no, I'm wide awake. You could not hear? It was me? Okay, let me just reshare that. Gotta double check this. Should be good right now. Okay. All right. So
shut up and take my money.
Here's this. And the super chats are flying in. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the crazy girl and whatever. Thank you again. Hey, y'all. Appreciate you, baby. Okay. Take a listen here. Just tell me if you can hear it. No echo. Real quick. Here we go. Look at that. Look who it is. The one and only Mama MLD. Hey, Mom. I love you. Thanks for watching. Love you. Appreciate that. Love you a lot, Mom. Mom, can you send a super chat? Do you know how to send it? Don't. Keep the money. Just text me.
Shut up and take my money.
Boom, and we're live, starting the show. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Okay, everybody have a cocktail in their hands?
Yes, sir.
Buckle up, everybody, on the panel.
So Adam knew what he was doing, by the way, okay? Because this is when I'm co-hosted here by Donovan Sharp and he and we're not co-hosting, we just, we double team this thing. And full disclosure, I came to this show because the day before I was on Fresh and Fit late all night. I woke up really early. I hit the gym. I put on my suit and I just didn't have time to eat any food. And then they're like, you gotta have a cocktail. And I was like, okay. So at one point in this thing, I have a threshold for like how much like female thoughterly nonsense I could put up with, and then the filter just comes off. And at one point, you'll see I just go full Super Saiyan, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just tired of your fucking bullshit and your dumb shit that you chicks are saying. And you're wrong. Here's why. And if you don't like it, deal with it. Now, everybody knows Natalia. Okay. Let me just give you a quick rundown of these girls on the show who all respectively hate me now. But it's because, that's what me and host don't get along. Okay. So first things first, let me just give you a quick reminder. Who remembers this girl, Natalia, right? So she is the co-host of this show. Why? I have no idea. Let me tell you something. This girl does not like me, and she is very, very rude. She did not keep the professionalism whatsoever. She could not keep her emotions in check. She was not classy whatsoever. She was a very rude and snobby individual. I gotta say, this girl was just so rude. And like in my mind is just like, just shut up and read the super chats. Like your job is to read the super chats. You can't even fucking do that. And then apparently she reviewed the viral clips of her going viral on my channel. And like when I walked up to the table, I was like, "Hey, Natalia, nice to see you again." She didn't even stand up. She like kind of turned her head to me. Very, very rude, very, very unprofessional. But she's 25 years old, and come on, let's be honest, she really got that position not based upon any professional qualifications that she has. Second girl up is Heather. Heather is the white girl, okay, and she is here. She is drowning in filters on her channel here. And so, what's going on here? Okay. So, this is her. It was funny because what's really funny is after the show, she took some clips of me saying some things, put it there out of context, and was kind of like, "Oh, I got you, MLD." I'll explain those contexts later. And thank you guys to the super chats that are flying in. Shout out to Elijah, $50 Australian, sending support from Australia. Thank you so much. Ernest Damien, $4.99 super chat. This is the first time I've ever caught you live. I got to thank you for all the advice you give out and how valuable your advice has been for me. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Okay. She is indeed drowning in filters. Elijah, we'll leave your big fat dono up there. And shit. Oh my God. Is that the man? Is that the man, Danny? Danny Sparks. Oh man, thank you so much. Look, that's a huge dono. Thank you. Buy some treats for Happy Chan. Hey, if you check my Instagram, Happy is now speaking Japanese. Okay. And I'm so happy to see my best friend, Wendy Jesus, is in the house.
Take my money.
Thank you. And then here, Sargar's Rage, $5 Canadian. Bro, you're doing God's work. You show us red flags to avoid women. Listen. Sit tight. You're about to see way more red flags. This chick, so she is a former Miss Montana, not like the real Miss Montana, but it was like Miss USA, not Miss America. There's two different pageants. But she was there. This is her during her little thing. She's kind of built like a lunchbox, to be honest, but it's all good.
Shut up and take my money.
She was highly, highly, highly triggered. And let me just show you something else. Okay. The last girl, what's her name? I think she calls herself Posh. This girl right here. Her name is Nafisa. Now, I will say this. She's an OnlyFans girl. And I will say she was very classy when I met her. And she has been very classy in our interactions. But she also doesn't like me because if you take a look at my Instagram, which is interview with a man, you're going to see a quick little preview of today. She's going mega viral. If you just go to the Reels section, make sure you follow me on Interview with Man. By the way, this Instagram is popping off. This has reached over 4 million accounts in the last 30 days. And she is going giga viral, 1.2 million views. And she was saying that if I am a housewife, I don't want to cook and clean because I'm not a fucking slave. And I just said to her, listen, sweetheart, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life because you're a grown woman. You're 25 years old. Are you not cooking and cleaning for yourself? She was saying, I'm not a slave. And I was just like, that is just a strong word to be using. Like slave, like lady, relax. Anyways, that's it. I was joined by Donovan Sharp and then some guy, money guy. I don't know. He's like some fit money dude. He was married or whatever. Anyways, let's jump right into it. Y'all ready? Let's pop it. And let me catch up on these super chats before we go. Do I get any more? I think I got a 20 spot. Heavy Metal Hotep. Oh, thank you so much, brother. Paying my tuition. Shout out to ML. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Dan Sparks, I'm gonna leave your fat dono on the screen here. Love you guys. Love you all. Appreciate it. Donnie said 2 of them, these went flirting with. Yeah, they were flirting with me too. I'll tell you more exactly. You'll see it. Here we go. Let's roll it.
Panel, everybody at home, buckle up. Today's going to be one of those shows, okay?
Yes,
if you smoke, smoke. If you drink, if you shoot, don't shoot nothing, all right? We're not going there right there. So welcome to the Saucecast. This is where finance meets romance, the sexiest financial show in the world. We're here to help you get paid, laid, and do it your way, only here on Valuetainment. By the way, quick shout out, quick plug to everything that we got going on here. Today, officially, we crossed 500,000 subs.
Yeah.
On the other podcast we do, PBD podcast. Jedediah crossed 100,000 last week. I'm at 125. Valuetainment, the main channel, is about to cross 4 million.
Wow.
We doing some things over here.
Your boy MLD, I'm over here. I just crossed 123,000. I'd like to thank myself. Thank you. I'd like to be part of the conversation. 123,000. Thanks to all you lovely, beautiful, amazing people watching right now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Nat's OnlyFans just crossed. No, I'm just kidding.
They wish.
Just kidding, everybody.
The funny thing is that he wasn't.
No,
No,
I would never let that. Nat, how you feeling, by the way? Before I introduce our panel, how you doing?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I think we have a nice, diverse panel. I think the audience is going to get great perspectives today.
Shut up, bitch.
I'm ready to get started. Oh,
I
and
agree
of
with
course, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will be reading on your super chats. My reading skills have gone a lot better. So make sure you guys give us some cool super chats, and let's get this party started.
For sure. Hooked on Phonics definitely is working for Nat.
Yes.
She's going to be doing
Yes.
some reading of super chats today. She's going to be doing some reading of stories.
Education.
Oh, boy,
We're going to get her educated. So here's what's going on today, but so I can introduce our panel.
Shut up
I
and take my
said-
money.
All right, we got these guys coming on here. I want to get these girls coming on here. And I'm obsessed with this concept of a high value man, but also the concept of a high value woman, right? And those are two completely different, ballparks right there. And I said, let me invite the classiest, most beautiful, wonderful women I know. And I got these lovely ladies right here. We got Heather Lee O'Keefe here, Nafisa, aka Fosh Posh, gorgeous. And obviously everybody knows Natalia. So just to introduce the ladies real quick, Heather Lee O'Keefe, former Miss USA candidate, not Miss America. It's a big difference. The current Miss Montana, law school,
I know you guys see the red bottoms I'm wearing. Come on now.
also tech business.
Yep.
And
all the
according to
above.
Donovan, you have some of the best hair in the game.
Thank you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
no, that's him right there.
Thank you.
That's him. He was trying to touch your hair. I said, Donovan, don't get me tooed on this show, brother.
Well, I will say this. It's weird because I reacted to a video that you were on and you didn't have any sleeves, but the camera didn't do your arms any favor. It didn't. And I actually said that you had lunch lady arms, but clearly you don't. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Didn't
Donovan.
Like I mean, I really thought she did. But I'm
Before I
sitting
even
next to her, I'm
introduce
like, okay.
Donovan, he's being inappropriate. Anyway, she's gorgeous. She's amazing. Speaking of gorgeous and
Very
amazing,
nice arms.
Fosh Posh is in here. Look at that smile, by the way. Some of the
Stunning.
best smiles. Chompers in the business. Gorgeous. Model, influencer. Just overall lovely human being. Always classy, but
Thanks,
also
Adam.
sexy as well. Look at those abs right there. You've been working out.
I have
Hey-o.
fitness.
Fitness.
Yeah.
Every day you're my
1000%.
witness. So these are the high value women, which we're going to get to define what makes a high value woman. Speaking of high value women, hi, Nat. I'd put you in that
Hi.
category.
Yes.
Look at
hello,
that
I'm
smile.
here.
Look at that wave. Heather taught you
Oh,
how to
Heather
wave
taught me to
recently.
Elbow
Elbow to wrist.
Elbow to
Elbow
wrist.
wrist. We know that. You just failed right there.
Sorry.
All right. Speaking of high value men, here's where Donovan can step up and do something inappropriate.
Yes, sir.
Donovan, founder of the CME, the Conference for Masculine Excellence.
Yes, sir.
You have a great channel on YouTube, How to Relation.
Do you guys like it when I wear the suits on the tour? My philosophy was very simple. If I'm going to go viral, I'm going to go viral wearing a suit. That was it. I'm just like, call me crazy, but I'm a professional. If I'm going to be on someone else's show, I'm going to show up wearing a suit. And, well, you guys saw all the viral clips. Plan worked out.
Relationship podcast, you and your girl.
Yep.
Right? Devin, shout out to Devin if you're watching right now. Shout out to everybody at home over there.
She's getting her nails done right now.
You brought your better looking alter ego white version of
Yes,
you.
sir.
Right? Jonathan, MLD, Modern Light
White,
Dating in
right.
the house, all the way in town from Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Hot dude life in effect.
Yes,
He
sir.
coined one of my favorite phrases that I talk about all the time, right? Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. Hold. And we're holding. Boom. And then last but not least, welcome to the show. First time he's ever been here. Will Moneyman Myers, all the way in town from Austin, Texas.
Correct.
I want to say I watch your stuff on Instagram. You're crushing it. You got a lot of energy. You got a lot of knowledge, especially with money. This is a financial podcast. It happens to be a sexy ass financial
Yeah.
podcast, but you got a lot of stuff to say. So you're also a capitalist pig, from what I understand, because I can read.
Is that, can you see that?
Well, I can just read so good,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
right, yeah.
Nat's still working on it. I'm working on it as well.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Real quick, in like 10 seconds or less, what's on your mind? What are you expecting for the show today? 10 seconds or less, go.
I have no idea what to expect. I just came here with an open mind, as I always do.
She's
so I'm ready
great, great
for it.
attitude. Donovan,
I'm just trying to get rid of this migraine I got going on.
okay. Well, keep drinking, brother.
I'm gonna try, man. I'll be all right.
Okay. MLD,
we're gonna teach these ladies what a high value woman is.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
We're gonna teach them. Okay.
Already stirring the pot.
Just here to listen to everyone's opinions. Nothing is factual, just opinions. So
Say she's already triggered. Trigger. Uh-oh.
Retard alert.
She actually DM'd me. She's like, she'd send me a DM and she was like, I need you to delete the video that you posted of me on your Instagram. I was like, why? You said what you said. She's like, is that a yes or no? And I was just like, you are a rude little brat. Do you know that? How dare you even pompously contact me like that and issue these kind of demands? Who the fuck do you think you are, girl? I couldn't even believe it, man. I couldn't even believe it. I mean, it was just so rude. And then, you know what's funny too? She's clever. She sent me some of the messages in vanish mode. You guys know what vanish mode is on Instagram? You know, she's like, are you going to delete him or not? Blah, 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 blah. And I was being nice to you. Yeah, she's like, can you remove the video of me from your page? And I put question marks. She's like, yes or no. I was like, which video? What's wrong with the video? You said that stuff. And then she unfollowed me and ignored me. The salt is real. The salt is too real.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're gonna have some fun with you.
Get a couple laughs in here and there and stuff. I'm pretty
love
sure
that.
Donovan will be very entertaining. So.
Of course.
I think there's going to be shots fired, so I'm going to try to keep my distance.
Oh, okay. I like you.
Don't be a
Speaking
pussy.
of
Suit up.
shots
Put on that
fired,
vest.
everybody grab a glass.
Yes.
Everybody drink up.
Let's do it.
Let's start the show.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. All right.
Cheers.
We'll get to Gold Co in a sec, by the way.
You know it.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the things that we start to do before we start any topic is just real quick. Again, I want to get to this. I want to know your relationship status and how you make your money. So just starting with Will, we'll work our way back this way. Relationship status and how you make your money. Go ahead.
So I've been married since 2011. So
Wow.
I'm up on, 12 years?
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I bought assets, real estate. I own equity in different businesses. That's how I make my passive income. And I teach a live show, but I don't make money from that. I just teach live. TikTok live, Instagram live, do a bunch of cool stuff
Let
there.
me see your best TikTok dance.
I can't dance, man.
Whip.
Yeah.
Give me one whip.
And that shirt. Let's
Oh,
see
you
that
just
shirt.
whipped.
That shirt.
Capitalist pig right
Followed by
there.
the
Yeah.
mayonnaise.
Fosh, I know that the DMs are flooded, so there's no doubt about that. But what's your relationship status these days and how you're making your money?
I am currently single, and at the moment, I make all of my money from the internet. So influencing, content creation, marketing. I'm really, that's what I do, digital marketing.
Everybody just started drooling because they found out that you're single. So they're like, I was just single
Now, are you
now."
single or are you single AF?
What's the difference?
One's at like with an exclamation point at the end. One has like a question mark at the end.
Well, the difference is you're
Yeah.
either single AF means you're hoeing around.
I'm not that one.
There it
Thank
is.
you, Donovan.
We just had to clarify. We
Just
just
had-
had to
we had-
That's why I have to ask first before I answer.
Okay. very good.
MLD in the house, looking fresh as always. New head of hair. I don't know if
Clean
that's
suit,
like
bro.
common knowledge, but you look great.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Do my best.
Relationship status and how you're making your money.
I am single and I'm a digital marketing expert. I run the Masculine Empowerment Network where I get guys and help them turn their lives around. We apply.
The suit, by the way, it's a bespoke suit. Do you know what a bespoke suit? It's a bespoke Loro Piana suit. The tie is Giorgio Armani. I'm wearing the Rolex, and the shoes are Louboutin, red bottoms.
By the principles of money, muscles, game, frame. I take guys off the streets. I get them jobs. I get them fit. I get them updated on how to identify good women and bad women, which is a word game. And
So not tailored, bespoke. Tailored is when the suit is already made and they adjust it to your body. Bespoke is when you buy the material and they make the suit from scratch directly for your body. That is a bespoke suit. It is not a tailored suit.
and hold frame, teach them how to have confidence, self-esteem, establish a set of boundaries, and teach them how to enforce those boundaries so they're not a fucking doormat, which unfortunately majority of these new generations are a bunch of pussies.
Real shit.
So we got to make something happen with these men or we're fucked in this country.
As you can see, Jonathan keeps it real PG, so don't worry about it. He's definitely
That's
not
right.
going to
Yeah.
make any waves, call anybody out.
No.
Donovan Sharp in the house, relationship status. Obviously, you've been with Devin to talk about that, and
Yeah.
obviously you're your finances are doing all right too.
Yes,
So
just a little
highlight
bit.
that.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Been in a relationship with a lovely and talented Devin. 7-year anniversary coming up on December 19th. So I'm excited about that. I don't know, we might take a Alaskan cruise or something. But yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. I run off at the mouth. I've written a bunch of books. One such book is How to Train Your Woman. That one's doing real well. I've got a free ebook out right now called Dead Bedroom, The Cure for a Sexless Relationship. You can pick that up for free at tsracademy.com. Just put in your email and you're good to go.
Sick, bro. And
You're
last
welcome.
but not least, Miss Montana in the house.
Yes.
Just like Fosh over there. I'm sure the DMs are flooded.
I
What's
am
your
single,
relationship
though.
status?
I am single.
Single
confirmed.
AF?
No, not
Okay,
that.
Had to check.
Single AF. Okay.
Yes, but in addition to Miss Montana, I'm also a legal tech consultant for an international data and analytics company, and I also work with a law firm that does estate planning and asset protection.
Amazing. I told you we got some high value people up
So
in this
you're
thing.
licensed in the state of Florida on the bar,
I'm not barred yet. I work with a law firm as their marketing officer.
but you went to law school. You graduated.
I did. I have my Juris Doctor degree.
How old are you?
25.
You?
25.
Jeez, you guys are so young.
Yeah. We know what we're doing around here, buddy. With that being said, let's open it up for the dialogue. I want to address just head on. Let's start with Donovan here.
Yes, sir.
I want to kind of have a roundtable discussion. If you would define what you believe to be a high value man and also define a high value woman, if you would juxtapose those two things.
Absolutely. So a high value man, a lot of people have this perception that a high value man is a man with money and women. You can have money and women and still not be high value. A high value man is a man who brings value to other men. Okay. If you can be of service and bring value to other men, if men respect you, if they
I'm just sucking back that Johnny Walker double barrel right there, boy.
if they follow you, if they believe in what you're talking about and you improve people's lives, you are a high value man. Anytime someone has a lot of money and a lot of women,
I never drink. I almost never drink in Japan. Like I don't drink at home. I barely drink at all. I probably drink like maybe once or twice a month.
that can be great, but just because you have money and women doesn't mean you're adding value. There are a lot of guys who have a lot of money and a lot of women. They're just shitheads. Let's just keep it real. But by the same token, there are guys with money and women who are also of service to men and or women. I think you've heard this before. A man never lost, he never lost, money chasing women, right? Or a man loses money chasing women, but if he chases money, he never loses women. Right. That's the way that goes. That's just the broad stroke of it. A high value woman is quite simple. She's fit, feminine, friendly, and faithful.
All the F's: fit, feminine,
friendly, and faithful.
Those 4 F's right there.
Yes.
Faithful. Okay. So if she's fit, friendly, feminine, but unfaithful, what is she at that point?
Zaho.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta have all the F's.
Yes.
All of them.
All the F's.
All of
Okay. Heather, if you would go down the line here, what's your definition of a high value man, and what do you think a high value woman is?
I really agree with what Donovan said regarding a high value man. I think it's someone who is respectable, respected by both men and women. And I think a high value woman is someone who is easy to love, but also easy to lose. And what I mean by that is she's easy to love because she loves herself. She's fun to be around. And when I mean she loves herself, I don't mean she's full of herself. She's just someone who's genuinely happy with her life and is happy on her own. She doesn't need a man to be happy.
Oh boy.
And she's
Here we
easy to lose because she has high standards. And if you don't meet those standards, then you don't need to be a part of her life. She sets the standard for herself.
She doesn't.
And that seems to be the way modern women solve all their problems. When in doubt, the problem's not me. I'm just going to leave and go
Shut
fuck
up and take my money.
and just walk away. So many girls, modern women now, I've noticed this, that they'll enter a situation, and if the situation is not beneficial to them, or they cause problems within the situation, let's say they're in a relationship, they get caught lying, or they get caught doing something they shouldn't be doing, they never take accountability. They block the person, they ghost the person, they exit the situation, they exit the relationship, and then they take their fucking treachery and they go to the next person and they do it again and again and again, and they get caught in this loop of self-destructive behavior because they don't take the moment to sit down and realize, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? One thing I've noticed when I was in America is that, because, okay, look, these girls are objectively cute, right? But because there's so many fat women in America, like literally 70% of women in America are either overweight and or clinically obese. These girls are overinflated in their value, because on a global context, these girls, I mean, all right, I think I'm back. Testing, 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 testing. All right, I think I'm back. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I don't know what the hell just happened to the internet. It just crapped out for a second there. I was getting too base. That's what was happening. What was okay? So, anyways, when I was talking about that, what was this? I was saying along the lines of like, yeah, because these girls are just they on a global context, they just can't. They can't compete. They cannot compete on a global level. They just can't. And American women have it easy back home. It's on easy mode for these chicks. So when she's saying easy to lose, right? Somebody said here, yes, praise the internet gods indeed. Somebody just said right here, easy to lose equals cheating 304. So the thing is this, right? I would say high value woman is the opposite, okay? Because anybody on the world can be in a relationship when the relationship is going good, but it's when the relationship is going bad, that's when you know who's there for you, thick and thin. That's who's there for you, no matter what. When you're winning and you're doing great and all this stuff, right? Like right now, everybody's celebrating me. Everybody's celebrating MLD. Oh, you did it. You did it. You got all these big subs, whatever. But remember when I left in Q3, when I separated from Cultivate Crypto and dollar cost crypto, and I got rid of them, and I walked away from Rule Zero. Everybody's like, oh, MLD's crazy. MLD's losing his mind. He's spiraling out of control. No, I was cutting the fat out of my life, and look at my brand now. Less than 3 months later, boom, literally going mega viral, over 100 million views, and I'm not even trying full effort right now. I'm not even trying full effort. Wait until I have all this other bullshit that I'm dealing with in my private life clean up. Wait until I am fucking focused like a laser. Then you'll see. Anyways, back to what I'm trying to say here. These chicks, when a girl like that tells you she's easy to lose, that's a red flag. Listen, when you're with a good woman, she's with you. She will hold you down thick and thin. And there's a reason why these girls are 25. These girls are all attractive, all 25 years old, and all very single. And you're going to find out why as this episode progresses. I definitely disagree that a high value woman is easy to lose.
She wants a man, but she doesn't need a man.
Yes.
We're gonna circle back to that.
Easy to
MLD.
lose.
I was gonna ask the same thing. What do you mean easy to lose?
Like, what's the buffer on that?
She sets the standard for herself, and if you don't meet that standard, she's ready to walk away.
Are you aware that there are more high value men than high value women?
Sure.
Okay.
So like, is it one strike you're out?
No, I mean, I think you guys are really trying to take what I said and run with it.
No, and it's like it's so funny, right? This is another thing too. I noticed when you actually ask an American chick to like defend her perspective on things, they get like so defensive and they're like, what do you mean I have to explain myself? I'm like, oh, well, you do live in reality, right? Just explain what the fuck you're saying. Like, because these girls, she's pretty, right? She's a pretty girl. And guess what? She hangs out with a fucking bunch of old geezers and they're like, oh yeah, anything you say because you're just a great, strong, independent woman. I'm just a fucking boomer who has no backbone. And I'm just going to believe everything you say because I'm an idiot. Okay. They crumble when you ask them to defend their points. And now she's getting all defensive.
Down, we're not lawyers. Calm down. We're just wanting to elaborate. We're just wanting to elaborate.
Elaborate on what part exactly?
What is the margin of error that is allowed until you exit from the situation?
I mean, it's situational.
You said
of course.
easy to lose. Easy to lose means like she's gonna walk out.
Yeah, give an
quickly.
example. Deal breaker.
I mean, it's situational. So it's every woman's different. Every woman needs to set her own standard, and if you don't meet that standard, then the woman is going to walk away.
What's your standard?
It depends.
No, I mean it depends on what day it is. I mean,
no,
you're only one person.
There's no definite answer to it. It's just that I want to be treated with respect. I want someone to hold me to a certain standard, and if the vibe's just not there, it's just not there.
I think a lot of men are under the false impression that if a woman just...
So the bottom line is this: she doesn't know what she's fucking talking about. She couldn't even defend. She's like, well, it's case by case for different women. And it's like, bitch, you're just saying a bunch of shit. Make a point, like make a statement. What is the threshold? What is the margin of error? How do you define easy to lose? She can't. She just saying shit that sounds good. Typical fucking lawyer, right?
Just looks good, and I'm sure you can understand this. If a woman looks good, she's wifey material. Nope. One of the biggest mistakes that men make, we all hear, we've heard the word simp a lot, right? You're simping, you're simping. People have many definitions of simping, but my definition of simping is giving an undeserving woman access to your time, your energy, attention, and resources. And so as a woman, if you want to be respected by a man, you 1000% have to be respectable. Unfortunately, most women don't understand that.
Yeah, modern women, you're saying.
Modern women.
Okay,
absolutely.
MLD, let's go down the list here. Definition, how you would interpret a high value man versus a high value woman. The definition.
A high value man is pretty simple. Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. That's it right there. If you're a guy, look, let's be honest. We're here on Belly Tainment Money, right? As a man, money's very important.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you need to be super rich, but you need to have your finances
Just
in
listen
order.
to you, boy. I'm gonna grab water.
Yeah, I think this mic's so low. And I think you also need to have a good respect of money. I think you could understand that. A lot of people don't have a good, respectful relationship with money. They disrespect it, and then they end up blowing it all. I mean, you've been around in the money scene for a while. I'm pretty sure you've seen people make millions and lose it all.
Yeah,
being fucking idiots, right? So you got to have your money right. Okay, when that bill comes, those beautiful blue eyes come out, and they're like, "Oh, I had such a great time tonight." You got to pay.
Fuck
the
it,
bill.
take all my money. Let's go. I just take it all.
You got to. Women look to you as a provider.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately, what is every man looking to be in a traditional sense? He's looking to be a father, right? What kind of father can you be if you can't provide and protect for your family?
For sure.
And money is super important about that, right?
Okay.
Make muscles is pretty simple. You just need to be not fat. All right. In America, everybody's so fat. Like 70% of people are either overweight or obese. It's fucking insane, right? That's like
you talking shit about Donovan. You just called him out right there.
No, I called myself out. I called myself out, man. Yeah,
totally.
But he's actually he's a pretty buff dude.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that
you see how they asked me to elaborate on my points, and I'm like, sure, allow me to elaborate. By the way, real quick, my co-host is here, and she just wanted to say hello to everybody. She's back, and she's back. She's wearing her winter gear. This is if you guys don't know, this is my dog. Her name is Happy. She just wanted to say hi to everybody. So say hi, Happy. Hello, everybody. Let's get back to the episode.
That you are taking an active stance to maintain
Shut up and take my
your
money.
health. Because we are all biologically decaying organisms.
Yep.
And by adhering to a good calorie strategy and exercise strategy, it's just high value. It's like you care about yourself. It's the ultimate form of self-respect by taking care of your body, right? So that's what Make Muscles is. Learn game is very simple. Every guy wants women, right? So unless they're gay, they're gonna want women, right? I know Destiny's not here, but the bottom line is this: a lot of guys get tricked by women, bad women. I'm not saying all women are out there deceiving, but learning game is understanding the psychology of females. And so you can understand, okay, this girl is pump and dump. This girl is worth my time. And differentiating between the two, because a lot of guys, they wife up hoes, and guess what happens? Right? You see it all the fucking time. Divorce courts. You know, you see these girls waiting outside the stadiums, the NBA, trying to fucking get up with these dudes. Those girls are hoes, and these dudes are putting babies and rings on these girls, right? And the last thing is hold frame. So many guys don't clearly have a sense of self. They don't have a sense of identity, and they don't have a sense of boundaries. And boundaries are worth nothing if you're not going to enforce those boundaries. And the only way you should be enforcing those boundaries is saying, these are my boundaries. If you do not abide by my rules, I will exit from this situation. I'm not saying to hold a woman down, beat her ass, or beat some dude's ass by, you're not fucking enforcing, you're not abiding by my boundaries. Not saying like that, because enforce does sound a little strong, but simply removing yourself from the situation. High value woman's very simple. She's modest. She's demure. She's not a hoe, right? She's not a liability. She cares about you. She loves you. She puts you as number one. A lot of American women have a problem with that. And that's why, like, the whole media here is just like, men ain't shit. Men are garbage. You know,
body positivity,
all this nonsense is just, that is absolutely detrimental towards men and women coming together. I watch this from afar because I live in Tokyo and I watch what's happening in America. 70% divorce rate. It's fucking insane, mate. So a high value woman is a woman that will protect the honor of her man and add value to him. It's like it says in, I think it's Proverbs 31, right? He who finds a good wife finds a good thing. Her value is more than rubies. So that's,
you know, when you're quoting the Bible, everyone's just like, yeah, you got it.
Come on. Like, look at how they asked me to define what a high value man was, and look how precise I was, and look how ready I was to defend every single thing to the T. That's because I really actually know what I'm talking about. I live this life. I coach this life. I am a clear arbiter of the high value man principles that we're putting out here at Modern Life Dating, Money Muscles Game Frame. Okay. Shout out to Black Lemur, $50 super chat. I wonder how she won a pageant when she can't answer questions. Guys, I have met Black Lemur in real life. First of all, this guy, his back is like made of fucking titanium. I gave this guy a hug, and his back is like rock. This dude is this guy is not some fucking internet nerd. This guy is a smart dude, and he is a fucking tank. Black Lemur, it was great meeting you in Miami. You're awesome, bro. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. This guy is a real pimp, bro. Real professional too. He showed up with, he had like his corporate gear on. He turned it on inside out because he didn't want to see like anybody seeing his company name. Because, you know, this guy making some bread too. This guy's a real winner, bro. So Black Lemur, is great meeting you. Thank you for the $50 super chat. And you guys see the difference there. Now, mom, if you're watching, I love you. Okay. But my mom told me, she's like, look at the difference between you and all these people. She's like, you're so smart. You wore the suit. You're very elaborate in everything you say. She's like, these other people are not on your level. Now, of course, she's biased because she's my mom. However, I think she did have a point. And you know, and I'm going to be biased too. I think the only person that kept up with me was Donovan. And that's because Donovan is like Donovan's like my original YouTube mentor. Without Donovan Sharp, he is the one who allowed me to come on the Red Man group in 2018 and allowed the audience to see me. And then, you know, he and Rolo Tomasi brought me on the Red Man group. And then they brought me on Rule Zero. So big ups to Donovan, man. Donovan, I love that guy with all my heart. I don't care what anybody's for me. And he's doing nothing but his best to help as many men as possible. You know, I know Abba and Preach are coming at him right now, but Abba and Preach, these guys are fucking bums, man. No offense. Like, I don't want any beef. I don't want any fucking shit with these guys. But if you have two men that are constantly trying to like tear communities apart, like all they're trying to do is rip people apart, and sow, they're agents of chaos. They're trying to sow seeds of destruction. You don't want those kind of people around you at all, bro. At all.
Unless you don't believe in God.
Hallelujah.
I don't know. All right, Fosh, beautiful girl. How do you perceive the definition of a high value man and a high value woman?
I believe a high value man is someone who is resourceful.
Agreed.
Can add value to a lot of people's life.
Agreed.
Is respectful.
Agreed.
Has a lot of you know, good things to say. Not necessarily good things, but like more informative, smart.
She keeps looking at Donovan when she's saying
Mhm.
I'm just trying to like
She-
go
what's
off
what
of
she-
some of the
And
things
then
that you
what
guys
about a
said.
high value
this.
woman?
I'll talk to Miss Montana.
Yeah, she hates me.
A high value woman is someone who is respectful, beautiful, intelligent. She has something to say. It's not just all about like, you know, what
She has something to say. No, you have something to say.
she can get, but she also
High value people don't go around. Seems like, listen, I'm high value. I've got something to say, girl. It doesn't work like that.
has something to offer, intellectual, nurturing.
Agreed.
Beautiful.
What else?
Can cook.
That's not really you don't really need to
Can
do that,
order
but, like,
order food.
Oh,
Yeah,
easily.
order food.
oh,
She has to be able to
You see
cook.
how Fosh was like all those?
How are you
I
going to
feel
be a
like-
Can you cook those?
How does
Fosh?
he
No,
You
no,
order
no.
Can
food.
you
Can you
You
cook?
can still be in fitness and order food. I feel like there's this
What
thing
about
like
seed oils?
that has nothing to do with
Okay.
fitness.
What about cooking for your
Seed oils have nothing to do with fitness. Got it. I was really worried about, you know, all of the fucking scientific data, the medical data coming out saying that seed oils are the number one thing killing Americans and keeping Americans fat, and are literally in almost all, like literally in 99% of all takeout food has seed oils in it, and it's killing Americans. And Americans are the fattest people on the planet. Let's rewind that one more time. Let's see what she says. Sorry.
How are you
I
going to
feel
be a
like-
Can you
fitness
cook those?
influencer?
Fosh?
No, no,
Order
no.
food.
Can
Can
you
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 cook?
can
cook?
still be in fitness and order food. I feel like there's this
What
thing
about
like
seed oils?
that has nothing to do with
Okay.
fitness.
What about cooking for your
Seed oils have nothing to do with fitness. Listen, the largest component of fitness is not exercise. The largest component of fitness is your diet. Okay. You do not get fat from not going to the gym. You get fat from eating bad food. Okay. Real quick, let me just say, I follow this guy, Dr. Paul Saladino. Take a look real quick. This is what he says about seed oils. I'm going to be going into detail about this a little bit later in the history of the channel moving forward. But this is real, just like 30-second clip. Here, listen.
Eat seed oils and avoid animal fats like butter. Harvard claims that saturated fats found in foods like butter, animal fat, tallow, and eggs will increase your risk of cardiovascular disease, and recommends that you replace these with seed oils like canola or soybean oil. Over the last few years, a huge amount of data has come out showing no association between saturated fat consumption and cardiovascular disease risk. Humans across the globe have treasured and thrived off of saturated fat and animal fats for hundreds of thousands of years. Many populations of free-living humans on the planet currently have very high levels of saturated fats in their diet and vanishingly low rates of cardiovascular disease. Linoleic acid-rich oils like canola or soybean raise levels of oxidized LDL and LP-little-a, strong risk factors for heart disease. Remove seed oils and replace them with saturated fat containing animal fats like butter, tallow, or ghee. Harvard wants you to eat.
The number one thing that kills Americans is heart attacks right now, and circulatory related diseases, and seed oils are the number one thing that contribute to that. And she says that's not important. And I was like, okay, so we got a dummy on our hands.
You can still eat out and take care of yourself and be fit. So my thing is, I feel like everyone is locked into this, like they're talking about like modern women, but it's like, yeah, it is modern because we're living in today. It's not 1950, it's not 1980.
Oh, she's triggered.
So I'm not triggered. I'm telling you what today is. So, and then go back to what you said. You're saying.
And so she's saying it's modern times. This is not the 1950s. Yeah. Take a look at how the fuck things are looking right now. 1950s are looking like a paradise compared to this fucking psychotic existence that we live in right now. Are you kidding me? Divorce rate through the roof, obesity through the roof. We're fucking sending our children to go look. We're sending our children to go get stories read to them by convicted, offenders who are cutting their wieners off and dressing up like women. Yeah. maybe we should go back to traditional times because modern times ain't looking so great right now.
Saying, oh, a wife, are you married?
No.
Okay.
Shut up and
then
take
you go
my
back
money.
to saying like, oh, a wife and all of this thing, and then you just say the divorce rate is this.
In America.
In America, okay, but still, like you're here in America, so that's what we're talking about.
Ooh,
so
all
what
right,
I'm
here we
saying
go.
She is
like
triggered.
I'm not triggered. I'm stating like what it is.
She's
So-
just speaking with emphasis. That's all she's doing right here. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, I feel like there's this thing with modern women that people have this like connotation with. And the reality is that we're in a modern day world. So everything is not going to be like how it was in 1950 or when.
And nobody said it needed to go back to 1950s. I just said that ordering out food is not ideal for optimal health. And I don't think a high value man's gonna be like, oh, let me just think here. What does my dream woman look like? She really knows how to use Uber Eats, because I just can't find a woman who doesn't know how to do this. Oh, if I could just find a woman that can do this and this. And our children, when I have children, I want her to do this and feed our children fucking food and poison. If you've ever worked in the restaurant industry, you know it's not safe. If you've ever worked in fast food or any restaurant on the planet, you know it's high risk when you're going in there, because God knows what's going on in some of these kitchens. God knows. And only people who've worked on the restaurant industry can tell you this. I have worked in the restaurant industry for years. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys here as well. You know, when you go out, you're rolling the dice, okay? So I'm sorry, Fosh, but you got to get one of these, baby.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
And this is an example of entitlement versus not stating facts and being grounded in reality.
when
Nobody
it was
said we
just
need
like-
to go back to 1950s.
This is the funny-
I'm not saying that it is. I'm just speaking what Nafisa is saying right now, not what MLB is saying.
Well, you know,
She's so mad. She's like, this is what Nafis is saying. She's casually saying like, shut up. What I'm saying, like, because this is like, she's a beautiful black girl, right? She's on yachts and shit on her fucking Instagram, or for her, advertising for OnlyFans. So she's used to an army of simp men always being like, yes, oh my God, yeah, you're so smart. Everything you say, just endless validation. But I come along and I'm like, no, what you're saying is like literally wrong, and you're dumb for fucking saying this. And now she's getting upset.
interesting thing, it's funny when people say, well, we're not in the 1950s. To her point, there is a faction of men in the manosphere that like to talk about, women need to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. We need to go back to 1950. It ain't 1950. Just like you said, it's 2023. That being said, just because it's 2023 does not mean that our biological desires and our actions have changed. The same things that made men attractive back in the 1950s, it's the same thing today. And it's the same thing with women. So no, we're not back in the 1950s, but I still think that women absolutely need to know how to cook. As far as
That's where he went with that.
Real talk, dude, real shit. If you're a woman and you do not know how to cook, if you are a woman, what'd you say?
I said, no, that's fine. I'm talking to
She's
him. I
agreed.
said,
She
"That's
agreed
fine."
with you.
I agree, yeah.
If you are a woman in this day and age and you do not know how to cook, there's no way you can be high value. I don't care how. There are a lot of beautiful women out there who are not high value at all.
That's
okay.
Let's just get that right. That's a human skill, man or woman. You got to know how to cook. You know how to cook. You cook the matzo balls over there.
I cook a bomblet.
What do you consider
Like a
knowing
bomb
how to
ass
cook?
omelet. That's all I got. That's all I got.
And one thing I noticed about Adam on this show, and I was talking to Myron before, he's like, look, here's the deal with the value
Shut up
payment
and take
people,
my
right?
money.
He's like, they will get you to say all the crazy stuff to get the views and the crazy red pill stuff, right? Oh my God. And then he's a line stepper. He'll walk down the middle and he'll say some purple pill stuff. He'll say like a little bit of base stuff, but if you notice it, he doesn't ever step over the line. I actually call him out at one point during the show. He's like, hey buddy, you're on my show. And he like tells me to like, shut up. It's pretty funny. But I noticed it when we were doing it.
Do you really, that's all you can cook?
Listen, you know what? This
poured a
might be
drink. He's a man,
controversial.
dude.
There's like 100 things that like I'd like my girl to do. It's actually like 3 things I want my girl to do.
There you go.
Cooking ain't in the top 3 for me, bro.
It is.
What are your top
I'm
three?
just
What do you
asking
want
if
her
you know how to
do?
cook, Adam.
I know how to order like a motherfucker. That's what I
cooking.
do.
That's not cooking.
I know. I'm just,
So you
we're
can't
not all
cook.
gonna agree on
So you
everything.
can't cook.
Let me get Will's. No, I'm not a chef. I don't want to be a chef. I'm not learning how to cook.
Yeah,
I
you're
want
a
to
man. You
make more
shouldn't have to know how
money
to cook, yeah.
so I don't ever have to cook and
There
I
you
can
go.
just order more food. All good. No problem with that.
Hashtag DoorDash.
I don't even need my girl to learn how to cook. Just when the food arrives, grab the food, set it out on the table, eat with me. You can clean up afterwards. I'll see you upstairs.
Modern day.
Back
Thank you.
modern life. Will, go ahead. What is the definition of, in your opinion, a high value man?
Can someone explain the personal connection for way back to MLD and FNF? Before Fresh and Fit existed, Myron was in the Masculine Empowerment Network, and I coached him. And then I coached him throughout 2019. He became a coach within my community. We did pandemic pickup together 2020. After that, I said, Myron, I think it's best that, you know, you just focus on your own brand and move forward. And, you know, he made a huge payout with me in the pandemic pickup. And then he went and he partnered up with Fresh. And then, you know, the stuff that I was teaching him and stuff that we learned together, making the pandemic pickup, he applied that to a live streaming model. And then he made the Fresh and Fit podcast from some of the stuff that I told him. He used the same philosophy I was telling him about authority hijacking and whatnot. And boom, one of the largest super chatted channels in the world. And that's why I have, like, I can always go on Fresh and Fit anytime I want. Myron's a great guy, 10 out of 10, like, great person. Like, he's the same person he was back in the day than he is right now. I would argue that he's even better. And then shout out to R. Coleman, who has sent me $9.99 super chat. Is that, I believe that's a woman. Thank you very much for your donation. I really, really, really appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue and listen to her. You can see, look at her. She's very upset. She doesn't like this. She did not. This is a young lady who has not been challenged on her views. And I take it as a point of pride when these chicks hate me, because honestly speaking, like, my message isn't tailored for women. My message is for men, and I am here to help men. Women can come into and watch, and they could see what we're doing. They can never join my coaching programs because it's a men's only space, right? There will never be female moderator on this channel. It is what it is. It's not sexist. It's nothing like that. This is a channel for men, by men, run by men, and this is a man's organization. And the women are feel free to participate in the super chats, or regular chats, whatever the case may be. But that's my message. And personally, I know when certain women who are living a regular, promiscuous kind of, you know, how can I say, more of a modern lifestyle, if you know what I mean, wink, wink. If they hate my message, I know I'm doing it right. Okay. So that's my biggest thing there in regards to this conversation I have with these girls. And unfortunately, it escalates. We're only 20 minutes in. We still have 2 hours and 15 minutes to go. At one point, I just let Natalia have it too. You'll see. A shout out to Mr. Black Lemur once again with the $50 super chat saying, I don't think I've ever met a woman who can cook. She even demanded that we cook. I don't think I've ever met a woman who can cook. Wow, really? That's unbelievable. I don't know. Cooking is a hobby of mine as well. I personally love cooking, and you know, when I cook, it's because, you know, I believe when you cook for someone, it's a form of showing them love.
Shut up and take my money.
I cook for my girls. I cook for the guys in my life, my friends. I don't mind. And the ultimate way for you to show you love me back is you wash the dishes, because I fucking hate washing dishes. That's what I always say. I'll cook, you clean. So when I meet a grown person, it's like, I don't cook. I look at that as like a person who, like, one time I was dating this Chinese girl, right? And at the time she was 29, and she spent the night, you know, we were having sex all night, we're hanging out, whatever. And then in the morning, I handed her a pack of bacon. I was like, hey, cook this with some eggs. She's like, I don't know how to cook bacon. I was like, I'm sorry. Could you speak into my good ear? I thought I heard you just say, I don't know how to cook bacon, and you're 29 years old. And I was just like, it's a life skill. You need to learn how to cook. I don't care who, man or woman. It's not like I'm just saying women must learn how to cook. Like my free course, Body Fitness Max, you know, that right there is a course that's telling guys how to cook, how to take care of their health, and how to track calories. So especially with so many fat people in America, and the food is literally poisoned in America with seed oils. I had digestive issues the entire time I was in America. The entire time. I am not wrong what I'm saying. Period.
And a high value woman.
I think it's a great question. I think it's interesting answers. it feels a little bit to me like all of these are coming from like a single person's perspective. Like in a
You
marriage.
said a single person's perspective.
Because he's married.
This is why we have a married man
Yeah.
here. Exactly. Go ahead.
So like, so when you've been married a long time, I don't want to hear my wife's nagging voice in the back of my mind.
Right.
So like that is related to value. You know, like if I'm constantly hearing, that's the opposite of support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I also think that especially we've got 2 kids. I've got a 9-year-old son. I've got a 6-year-old daughter. I think when 2 people are willing to come together and reach a common goal, it doesn't matter if the toilet needs cleaned. I'm willing to clean the toilet. She's willing to clean the toilet. I'm willing to cook the food. She's willing to cook the food because there's 2 people towards a common goal. So like these are all great points, but to put it on like one specific thing, like they need to be doing this thing, I think all that goes out the window when it's a team sport.
I disagree.
You know what I'm saying?
I disagree. I think a man has roles and I think a woman has roles, especially in as far as conventional masculinity versus conventional femininity. There are things that women bring to the table that men generally can't or don't, and vice versa.
So let's take this perspective.
Well, hold on. I wasn't finished yet. There are certain things that women bring to the table, again, that men do not. So yes, is it great for men to know how to cook? If something needs to be cooked, great. But in my household, I'm not cooking. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the leader. She's the follower. If something needs to get cooked, she's going to cook it. If the toilet needs to get cleaned, she's going to clean it. Yes, we are on the same team, but I'm a man and she's a woman and we have different roles. I don't clean toilets. I don't vacuum the floor. I don't wash clothes. I make the money and she does the rest.
But
That's the
so
way I do it.
are you saying that you want your girl cooking and cleaning toilets and cleaning the house? Is that
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, okay, so this
But
is
she
the
also
problem.
does other things, though.
Hold on, everybody.
Of course, but
Okay, let me get back to what your opinion as a high value woman, and then
Hold on, everybody. This is my show. Shut up. Sorry, Adam. Sorry. Don't beat me. Love you.
I'm gonna say something, and then we'll open it up. Go ahead. High
So
value
I
woman.
think back
you
to that
stressed
point.
out
What about a
already?
single dad? Is he not a
angry?
high value man if he doesn't have a woman at the house to cook and he cooks for his son and he feeds his family? Is that not a high value man?
Well, I didn't say a man who doesn't know how to cook is not a high value man. That's a different situation. If there's a single dad and he has a son or a daughter, yes, he has to cook. But if there's a woman in the home, you better fucking believe she is going to hold on. You better believe she is going to do the domestic chores. And if she
Donovan kind of like low key didn't like this guy. He was kind of like
can't or won't, she's out the door. That's just the way it is.
I think, Will, you're saying you and your wife prioritize the children's well-being as number one and the household's well-being is number one. Is that what you're trying? That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. It's a
I liked Will personally, and then obviously after the show he didn't like me either because I don't know, fucking. I guess I think he wasn't ready for this. He came on here thinking he's going to talk about money and shit, and then it got all heated and stuff. And I think that look right there.
Shut up and take my money.
That look right there says it all. You know when a black woman looks at you like this, you're in the doghouse. Shout out to Casey James, $5 super chat. Everyone, both men and women, should learn how to cook. Agreed. Yes, exactly. Come on now. You don't have to be Gordon Ramsay, but at least know the basics. And Gordon Ramsay is a hardcore real alpha male, by the way.
I think
Taking
the
care of the
context
kids.
of those things, I think you're not wrong. Not that it's my opinion whether you are right or wrong. I think it's the team sport. Like we are actively trying to raise these children.
The children.
Speaking of team sports, the quarterback doesn't also play linebacker, right? Football is not an Iron Man sport. The wide receiver, every once in a while you have position players, and I know my sports fans out here, Taysom Hill is kind of the Swiss Army knife, but he is the exception to the rule. By and large, 11 guys on the football field have one specific job. And if they don't do that job well, the team just doesn't win. It's not this. I think what a lot of people really need to understand is that this is why relationships are in the shit right now, because everybody thinks it's plug and play. People think things are interchangeable. Yeah. Now, I agree. If you're a single man and you know how to cook, I think that's great. But if you have a woman in your life, she needs to be adding feminine value. Again, if I'm the breadwinner, if I'm the leader, I'm not going to do feminine activities if I have a woman in the home. That's just the way it is.
But I think I think the cleanliness of theory is no match for the mess of reality. I think if we're talking about a divorce rate of 70%, there's more single people cooking for kids than we're talking about.
You're absolutely right. No, hold on. There's more single people cooking for kids, but there's no woman there's no woman.
Who's getting triggered? Who said Jesus? Was it fucking Montana?
People, there's more. You're absolutely right. Hold on. There's more single people. There's more single people.
I think it was Miss Montana. Miss Montana. I could say something right now, but I'm not going to.
Cooking for kids, but there's no woman or man in the home with single parents. So again, I understand what you're saying, but you're talking about single parent homes. I'm talking about relationships. If you're a single parent, yes, do all you have to do. If you're a single father, you're like, well, I'm not going to clean the toilet because I'm the man. No, you do what you have to do. But if you have a woman, wife, or girlfriend in the home, I'm not cleaning toilets because that's her job.
Let me give a little food for thought here, because this is something that I constantly hear, because my philosophy on like what I'm looking for has changed as I've gotten older and made more money.
That's fair.
Here's what I'm saying here. I remember being 26 when I started my financial career, and I'm driving up in Boca Raton, okay, 20 minutes north of here.
Very Jewish of you.
And I would very nicely, very what?
Very Jewish.
Very Jewish of me.
All the Jewish people live in Boca Raton, all the lawyers and all the tax attorneys and all that.
I just started my job in financial sales, and I'm seeing it's on the golf course, and I'm seeing these housewife types, I assume, at 9 a.m. just walking across the golf, like walking around, and I'm like on my way to go make fucking cold calls for 10 hours a day.
Right.
And I'm thinking, these fucking lucky bitches, they just get to walk around in their yoga pants and okay, got that. And then as I realized, as I made more money and I became a millionaire and like I had money in the bank and I'm working on my career, I'm like, the last thing I want my woman doing is working her ass off. I want her exercising, being fit, friendly, feminine, being like a beautiful woman, AKA the women that were just walking around the country club and walking around the golf course. So my point to you is, at this point in my life, my girl, if I do get married and settle down and have a girl, the last thing she's doing is cleaning toilets. Okay, that's it for me. The last thing I want her doing is slaving over a hot stove.
Why is the word slaving used? Slaving over a hot stove. How are we conflating slavery with cooking for someone you love? Am I crazy? Have I lost my mind? Am I a psychopath to think that? I mean, when we get sick and we go home to our mom's house, do we not want our mom to cook us the food that we love? Do we not want our mothers to cook us chicken soup or udon or whatever the case may be? And like, what is this word slavery? How are you a slave loving and taking care of somebody? Please, somebody explain that to me, because I can't even wrap my fucking brain around it. I really can't. Okay. Yes, Miley, I agree with 1,000%. Miley says cooking is an intimate thing. You put the love into the food you make for your loved ones. Yes, I'm telling you, I always tell my mom or when my girl's cooking, I say, you know what? I can taste the love in this. I can taste the love. And it's true. Gosh, it's so crazy.
Now, keep in mind, she might be helping me with business, helping me with life, helping me with just raise kids, family, what have you. But you know who's going to be cleaning the toilets? The fucking maid.
Thank you.
So my point is, and shout out to my maids.
And that's the thing. Okay. Sure, Adam, maybe you can afford maids, but my message is not for people who can only afford maids. My message is for every man, the everyman. Okay. And guess what, guys? I'm a multi-million-dollar earning entrepreneur. I clean my fucking toilet. It's called being a fucking adult. It's called being a person who has responsibility and cares about their household and cares about it. Guys, if you ever come to my house, you will never see, because listen, I go to some people's house. I'm going to get a little nasty right now because this is true though. I go to some people's house and they have that nasty little ring around their toilet. Guys, if you have a ring of filth around your toilet right now, shame on you. That's disgusting. Go to the fucking dollar store, buy a $1 bottle of bleach and buy a $1 toilet brush and fucking get on your hands and knees and clean your nasty ass toilet. Okay. Because girls notice that shit when you come over. All right. And ladies, if you have that, just get off my channel right now. Because I'm not, God knows what your vagina looks like if your toilet looks like that. No, thank you. That is disgusting. Disgusting. Okay. Nobody's above cleaning their toilet. Sorry.
Out there, you kill it. I pay you double what you get everyone else. So I guess my question to you is like, you're a successful guy. Why does it go on your girl to do that? Why not just hire the maid and have your girl doing more like important tasks.
I have a question.
Hold
for
on,
you.
real quick. An
Yeah,
important task. Cleaning the house is a very important
Yeah,
task.
but not the toilet, brother.
Yes, it is, and it's not.
You can't
it's
be
hold
beyond
on.
cleaning your toilets.
The thing is, and nobody's. And my girl doesn't slave over a stove. She enjoys cooking. It's not about the servitude aspect, but when a woman does these things for you, it shows. And I can afford to hire.
I know you can. If you were broke as fuck, I'd be like, hey, keep your wife fucking cleaning them toilets, dog. But I know you're a successful guy.
Right.
Hence why I introduced everyone here as high value men and high value women.
Sure.
Different definitions. But continue, please.
Listen, I require my woman to do it all. And she's she does SEO, she builds my websites and all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather her focus on that.
She does. And now I pay her personal trainer $2,400 a month to come to the house and make sure she stays fit. She has time for all of this, and she can still meet me upstairs at the end of the day with plenty of energy to do what she needs to do.
Let me ask
That's
you
what
this.
I require.
What are the requirements you have of a woman in your life?
See, this is why I try to get him to step out of, don't be such a Tim Pool. Don't be such a line stepper. And I'm like, because I got like Myron was telling me about this before the show, and I was like, all right, let's see what Mr. Sosnick has to say here. And again, and listen, I love Adam. But if you guys interpret anything throughout this show as negative or
take my money.
sneak dissing Adam, anything like that, no, it's not like that at all. Okay, but I am asking him because I want to know. I want to know what are the requirements he has. Why hasn't he been able to sustain a long-term relationship? What's going on with that, right? I just want to know what the deal is. Shout out to Black Lemur, $50 super chat. He says, I don't want to be a slave equal I'm a lazy woman who will give you the bare minimum. That is very true. That is very, very true. Okay.
Fit, friendly, feminine, and faithful.
There it is.
We all know this, MLD. Hello.
Don't line step. Don't Tim Pool me. Don't Tim Pool me.
Yeah.
I know you got to be Mr. Valuetainment, but for real, when you have a woman that comes into your life, what are the standards that she has to uphold in order to stay with Adam Sosnick?
Well, here, let's go to the charts here. I'm gonna answer the question, but let's see what the supposed answer to that be, and I'm gonna circle back.
Your answer.
Relax, buddy. You're on my show. Hello.
He didn't want to answer. So he had to pull a big brother. Hey, shut up. You're on my show. I was like, okay, fair play. You're the boss. Thanks for having me on. Love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to Valuetainment Money.
Let's pull up the sexual market value charts of what men need.
In this chart, I don't agree with it whatsoever. And he's like, and it's funny. They're like, you can't disagree with this chart. I was like, actually, I'm MLD. Yes, I can.
Bring to the table and what women need to bring to the table. Now, what I don't want is you fucking disagreeing on what the charts show. We're going to stay what the charts are. If you have different allocation, that's fine, but don't be that guy.
Body count better be
or
up
that
there
girl.
for females.
So
Body count better.
Let's start with what a man's role is. You have those charts, and then we'll go with what a woman is. And by the way, I looked this over. The numbers might be a little bit different, but I actually fully agree with what this says. You want to pull it up?
Yeah, I pulled up the man.
Okay, so here's what the male sexual market value long-term essentially shows.
So this is data sourced from thepowermoves.com. And let's take a look at what here. Male sexual market value. So age is 10% of the value. Status is 23%. Looks is 15%. Resources is 27%. Game is 7%. And personality is 18%. Yeah. Can't really. I would like to look into this with far greater detail to understand how they came up with these numbers. But I don't know, because there's so many broke dudes getting pussy out there, bro. And this is I don't know. We'll see. I'll just let it play.
So these are how a woman, scroll it back out a little bit, Nat. This is how a woman judges a man, okay? So looks, 15%. Resources, 27%. That's the most. Game, 7%. Personality, 18%. Status, 23%. Age, 10%. Here's how I interpret this. And then we'll do the women, and then we'll open this up. So resources, 27. Status, 23. All right, so that's 50% right there.
Yeah.
That's money. Just keep it there.
Yeah.
That's money and basically your network and your network. So half of it for a man is resources and money. Got it. Check. We're all doing that. On the top portion, you got 25% looks and age. That kind of goes parallel as well. How good looking are you? How mature are you? How old are you? You know, all that kind of stuff like that. And then below that, you have another 25%, which is essentially your personality, your game. Yeah. That's what encompasses a man's sexual market value. Okay. Now let's diversify and juxtapose for what a woman's sexual market value is, or how a man perceives a woman. So let's go with that. Okay.
Bingo.
So here we go. Can you scroll back out a little bit?
So I definitely agree that age being 8% is certainly way undervalued. Okay, guys, I don't care how attractive a woman is. Okay, if she's 35, she was probably hotter when she was 25. Okay, unless there's some extreme example when she was like a beluga whale when she was 25 and she lost all the weight. Now she's 35 and hot. Okay, but I completely disagree with this. Okay, personality 2%, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry, but this gets a
retard alert.
Okay. I have dated women. I went on a date. Let me tell you something. I went on a date one time with this girl. She was Korean, right? She was a beautiful girl. She was fine. She had big, real. I never forget. She had these big 34D real breasts, luscious, thick lips, like beautiful skin. She looked like a Korean Scarlett Johansson, right? In her prime. But this chick was one of the most insufferable cunts I've ever met in my entire life, ever. Her personality was dog shit. Okay. You're not going to tell me. I mean, how many of you guys have sat here and watched an episode of Fresh and Fit After Hours when you saw a girl who was beautiful, but then you started hearing her talk and you're like, bro, fuck that chick.
She belongs to the streets.
No, thank you. Okay. Personality 2%. Dude, the man who made this fucking chart right here is a fucking simp, period. This is how a simp looks at women. Men who are smart, men who are high value, men who value their allocation of time, emotion, and resources. They do not just look at a woman's value like, oh, it's 80% her looks. Okay. I can tell you, I have dated a woman who I thought she was beautiful at the beginning, but as her personality became more and more apparent to me, she became so fucking ugly. I couldn't even do it. So I mean, I don't know. Is this, would you guys real quick, 30 seconds on the clock. 1, I agree with this chart. 2, I disagree. Go. 30 seconds on the clock. Put a 1 if you agree with this chart. Put a 2 if you disagree, because I really need to know. I'm looking at here because the votes are starting to come in already and looks like it's just a wall of 2s. Very, very large wall of 2s. I haven't seen a single 1 yet. Okay, Miley Abreu, she says 1. She agrees with the chart. So does Mad Salty Skills. But the majority of the audience members seems to be voting with the number 2. I have only seen 2 1s, and looks like the majority of the group here has agreed with me. The number 2, this is clearly incorrect. Miley and then Mad Salty Skills. Would you guys like to elaborate why you agree with this? I would like to get your perspective. Let's continue with the show in the meantime.
Yeah. All right. I don't know why it doesn't say the SMV at the top, but here's the point. This is a woman's sexual market value. 80% looks.
Age has got to be bigger than 8%.
Now 80.
I like how he's like, don't disagree with the chart. The first thing I do is, I disagree with this chart, which is funny, right? Because, Allie, Real Femme Sapien, love her to death. She talks about the most men that are attractive to women are very disagreeable. I'm disagreeable by nature. If somebody's like, you're going to like this, I'm like, I'm not sure about that. Bring it over here. I'll let you know. But I don't agree with you. I'm very disagreeable, but in a healthy way.
This, again, we're not going to disagree over the little numbers here. This is what
I'm going to disagree, Adam. Shut up.
It says 80% looks. So, Chris Rock has a joke where he says, like, when you meet a girl, your friends say, oh, what she look like, dog?
That's right.
What she look like,
Every
dog?
time.
Show me a picture. But when a woman is telling her friends about a guy, what do he do?
What does he do?
What does he do?
There you go.
Can he fulfill a dream or not? Keep that up. So 80% looks, and then you have 8% age, 1% status, 2% personality, 9% game, whatever that means for a woman, 0% resources. So meaning you don't really give a shit what your girl's got if she's hot. I tell this story all the time. When I was 30 years old, I was dating 2 girls. One was gorgeous and broke, and one was a fucking daughter of a billionaire and not that hot. Who do you think I chose?
Gorgeous and broke.
No, I took the billionaire's daughter, banged her out. No, I took the gorgeous broke girl because that's how guys operate. So you asked my question. I agree with this. There's a girl I'm seeing these days who is
8%?
gorgeous. I don't give a shit what she does because she has a great personality. She's nice. She's sweet. She's feminine. But let's get real here. I think she's fucking beautiful.
Sure.
So that's the bottom line here.
You know what's interesting? You're 40.
Yeah,
right.
Let's go with that.
42.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right. It's interesting the chart there, and I mean, you can add or subtract whatever, give or take in either direction. When you have had success with beautiful women in your life, there comes, and we had this conversation in the right on the way over here, there comes a point in time where you need more. There comes a point in time where you need more than just looks. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
Don't get me wrong. You absolutely need to be sexually attractive to get your foot in the door. You could be feminine and friendly and cook and clean toilets, but if I'm not trying to bang, you're not getting
beauty will get you in the club, but like your personality, your effort, your ambition for a woman will keep you in the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what men need to understand, and a guy like you, looks 80%, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But a guy like me, I'll be 46 in August, and I've
don't crack.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Janita out there, by the way. That's my girl.
Yeah.
But there comes a point in time where a guy like me, I need more than just looks, because I lived in Vegas for the better part of a decade. Dude, I banged every blonde, brunette, redhead, stripper, cocktail waitress you can find. Every once in a while, you'll find what appears to be a diamond in the rough, meaning she's not a complete bitch. But at some point, you need a little bit more. And so I think that looks are very important, but for just a guy like me, I need you to have agency. I need you to keep your femininity, number one, and I need you to have the desire to take care of me and represent me well. And I think what men also need to understand is that when you're looking for a long-term relationship potential, you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit in the way of looks. And I'll use an example. There's I used to sell cars, Dodge Stratus and Dodge Viper, right? Everybody wants to buy the Dodge Viper. The payment is high, but it turns heads. You're going to get the girls, right? But if you don't get the engine service, it's going to be a very short-lived opportunity with that Dodge Viper. So yes, the Dodge Viper is beautiful, but it takes a lot more maintenance, and it's not really fuel efficient. If the car breaks down, you're looking at least 4 figures to get it fixed. Whereas the Dodge Stratus, it looks good enough to not be made fun of, but it's reliable, gets good gas mileage, et cetera, et cetera. I think every man reaches a stage in life where looks are still important, but not as important. And that's the stage that I'm at right now.
Bro, I'll tell you, like, as a guy who's dated and been with, I it's no secret, like, my body count's over 250. And so I will tell you that I would rather take a woman who's a pleasant 6 than an 8 that gives me headaches. Straight up. Because that 8 who gives me headaches is eventually, I'm going to perceive her as a 3. And that 6 who gives me headaches, eventually I'm going to look at that 6 that doesn't give me headaches and that holds me down. Eventually I'm going to view her as a 9 or a 10. This is what women don't get. Looks, American girls too. I'll tell you this too, bro. American girls, they prioritize looking hot and being good in bed. And let me tell you something. American girls, they are good, and these chicks are borderline porn stars the way they fuck, right? When I'm over here in Asia, these girls, they're very vanilla, but they also won't slash your tires or fucking, try to fleece you or try to cancel you or something along those lines. So it's a trade-off. Like, and if you're a guy, if you're just like a dumb fucking baboon of a guy, you're like, oh, I just need a girl who throw it down on me, dog. I need a girl who's gonna throw it down on me. You're a fucking loser. You're low value man if you prioritize that over peace and fucking, having tranquility in your life.
Yeah, which I agree with, and I want to get everyone's perspective. But what do they say? Show me a hot girl, show you a dude who's sick of cigarette.
Yeah, cigarette.
So
shit.
because guys like Baskin Robbins 23, whatever,
absolutely,
right? Yeah. Let me ask the girls a question, because you were literally in the Miss USA pageant, Miss Montana. You're a very high-end,
very
model,
nice arms,
gorgeous
by the way.
influencer. When you're on stage competing, nightgown. I'm not sure if they do the bikini stuff still. I think they should. Okay, good.
They do.
Shout out to
Miss America doesn't. Miss America doesn't.
That's why I'm all about
Your bikini
USA.
and Miss America get canceled.
So, in your opinion, what women are winning? Meaning, are they the most beautiful? Are they the most talented? They look the best in the swimsuit. Conspiracy theory aside.
Conspiracy theory aside, it's the
because
most.
that's a whole drama.
It's the
How does
most
it work?
well-rounded woman.
Okay, so
Yes,
what is
I agree with
well-rounded
that.
in Miss USA world?
It's all weighted equally. You know, beauty, brains, and fitness.
Okay, so there's and is that how you think men view women? Like, meaning, is the winner of Miss USA or the winner of Miss America the woman that you think the men are the most attracted to, or is it like the gay judges that are viewing it?
Oh my God, Adam.
Can I answer that?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
go ahead.
it's not always
Yeah.
the most beautiful girl that wins. I will say that.
Yeah.
You have to be the most well-rounded. You have to be likable. You have to have something.
Those contests are biased, okay? Because they just fucking put Miss Japan last year was this half black, half Japanese woman, and the fucking Japanese hated it. You know why? Because Japan is trying to be part of fucking Mr. Globo Homo Alliance and fucking Homo sapien, and fucking, you know, like trying to be woke and shit. And they put this because they're like, they saw the Black Lives Matter movement. They saw like, oh, you know, this whole like, let's feel sorry for black people because, oh, let's just around the world feel sorry for black people. Black people don't need your fucking pity. Minorities don't need your fucking pity. It's disgusting. I'm a minority. I don't need your goddamn fucking pity. I made millions of dollars on my own. I'll do it again. You strip everything down from me. I won't take a fucking handout from anybody. You know, we're all individual men. We can do our shit. We don't need fucking pity and hands out. At least me. I don't want pity. If I catch you pitying me, I'll fucking pistol whip you. Do not pity me. Okay. And so that being said, you know, these beauty pageants are totally rigged. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. And again, the Japanese people were just like, bro, fuck this. This is like bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're a homogenous society, you want a homogenous person representing you as the most beautiful individual. And then people are like, oh, well, we got to give other people a chance. Or blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Shut the fuck up. It's like the Olympics. All right. You want to send the best people from your country. All right. Period. So anyways, somebody said this, bro. Bro, Durden said Miss Montana been eaten. I won't say anything, but let's just say this is a great angle of her.
Going for you, you have to have something to bring, you know, to the conversation, bring to the table.
I think you should have won. That's just my conspiracy theory.
Oh, he wants her. He wants her.
Go ahead.
Going back to what you guys are talking about, I do think like high value men do recognize like all around well-rounded women.
Mm-hmm.
But initially, I do think most men are looking at like, oh, breasts, ass kind of thing.
Right here.
But that's like initially.
Sure.
And
Yes.
then as they learn, you're like, oh no, this woman isn't good for me. And then they start looking for the brains and they're like, they learn their lesson after they go through it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Of course.
they go through the shit. And
She's
they're
right.
Like, oh, okay. I need a well-rounded woman.
She's right.
So they see the looks and then they're like, oh, okay, she can hold a conversation. She has something intelligent to say.
Okay. Let's pull this chart back up because I want to get everyone's opinion on.
We're not allowed to disagree with this chart.
Well, you can. That's why I'm pulling it back up.
Okay.
So do
'Cause
you
I
want to
do.
disagree with the male stuff or the women stuff?
The women's 8% for the age. I'm not dating.
So
some
go to
grandma.
that. You want to go to this?
That the
But
age.
that goes back to looks too.
No. The fertility, because I don't want to have retarded
Oh,
children.
you're thinking, okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
So
'Cause I said I don't want to have.
Take my money.
Because I said I don't want to have retarded children, and the fucking the white dude on the right, he laughed his ass off. I don't think he was supposed to, but you know they know what the deal is. I don't want to listen, guys. No offense to anybody, okay, but I don't think anybody sits around and says, "Yeah, I want a baby with autism." No offense to anybody who has a child with that. I understand that is a heavy burden, but there is also it's biology, it's science, and it's facts. And the longer you wait to get pregnant as a woman, the higher the probability of having an unhealthy child is there. Like for every woman who's like, well, I had a child in my 40s, there are literally like millions of women who have had miscarriages from being too old. Literally millions. And it's age related. Just so you know, getting pregnant at age 35 or older is considered a geriatric pregnancy. This is my biggest thing here. Casey James, $5 super chat says, I dated a chick for 3 years from 23 to almost 27 that did everything for me, including bringing me lunch. She made me every day. I miss it every day. You fucked up. You should have locked her down. You fucked up. Hold that L.
It makes sense though,
John-
right?
I don't want to have retarded
Jonathan,
children.
how old are you?
37.
Okay, so what is the oldest woman you would date, and what is the youngest woman you would date? Seriously, obviously you'd bang some hot 20-year-old. We're not debating that.
Youngest,
who would you date or actually even marry if you were?
I get heat for my answer right here, but hear it out.
Youngest,
oldest and youngest.
Youngest is 18.
You would actually full on date an 18-year-old girl.
I want 5 sons.
You couldn't even bring her into a bar.
I don't.
Bro, that's true.
Whoa, guess what? Okay, so,
You couldn't bring her anywhere.
Why are we trying to go to the bar?
I'm just saying, like, if you guys wanted to go out.
You just outed yourself. First of all, I don't need to take my woman to a bar.
Thank
Bars
you.
are trashy establishments.
You know what I'm saying.
No, I'm telling you,
okay.
I don't need a woman to. I don't need to go to a bar to drink with a woman. That's trashy. I don't do that. If I have a,
If you brought your girl to a bar, you wouldn't even bring your own girl to a bar?
No.
What do you mean?
I
Your
don't
own
go out-
girl?
I don't
What
go
about
out.
Look at her. She is so. Look at that anger. As you saw earlier in the show, we saw the angry African American woman. Now, if you take a look here, we see an angry Caucasian woman who has been triggered by the fact that I'm not a fucking alcoholic. I don't understand why this is a problem. Like, who in their right mind would look at a woman and be like, oh, you know what? She's a great woman, but I can't take her to a bar. She just outed herself as like a fucking booze head alcoholic. Okay? Wendy Jesus. Wendy just said basura. Basura vibes. Basura. Basura is Spanish for trash. Yeah, and then here we go. Black Lemur right here. Why would you bring your woman to a bar? Shall we do? Let's do a little quick. Let's just take a look here at Miss Heather O'Keefe's Instagram. Let's just see what she is all about, shall we? Okay. Look at this. This is the lifestyle she lives. I think, I don't know if she has 2 Instagrams or she blocked me on the other one or something. Probably. I mean, she hates me. But like, let me just show you. Like, this is okay. This is her. This is the lifestyle she is. Okay. This is a real woman. You know, I think she's here. This is like some, well, that's not, that looks like a club, but you know, she's boozing here, right? She's out in this fucking place, boozing here. Okay. Boozing here, right? Boozing here, right? I don't know. Like, I don't. What is the positive ROI on consuming alcohol, and how is that a disqualifier? Can somebody explain to me how that's a disqualifier? Like, you see a great girl, you're like, oh, but you know what? I can't bring her to a bar.
Take my money.
I can't fucking go and booze it up with her. I don't think I have a single photo of me drinking booze on my shed here. Because I just don't need alcohol to have a good time. I'm trying to see, do I have here? Okay, here I'm on the beach with 2 pina coladas in my hand. And I'm on vacation here. Other than that, here, this is when I was on vacation with the boys. I have 1 margarita there. This is as a dinner, but I wasn't drinking. Do I? And then this is when we were filming a commercial, and then we just had champagne for the commercial. I don't think I booze like that. Here I am again at the same resort the previous year, drinking again. But I just don't view, you know, it necessary. I love this photo. I just don't view it necessary to be boozing. Yeah, like everything of me boozing here is a social context, like a huge event. This is at Halloween party, but this was like 2015. I was drinking more then for sure. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm just gonna rewind it and just let you watch this whole interaction. I'm not gonna interrupt it. You guys look at her. Look like what? And another thing is this. Look at this? Why? Please, somebody tell me, why is she so upset about my preference? How are you so triggered about what I want in somebody? And you know who defended me on this? Jedediah. She was like, there's nothing wrong with you wanting an 18-year-old woman. It's nothing wrong at all. Okay. Oh no, no. Black Lemur, $50 super chat. Why would you bring your woman to a bar? And he follows up with another one saying, I get it now. She looks older because she drinks liquor like Gatorade. Yeah. I mean, she definitely does look older than 25, but I'm not insulting her. It is what it is.
Take my money.
But I mean, it's scientific fact. The more booze you drink, the more ages you. Okay. Let's rewind it here and go back a little bit here.
To drink. First of all, I don't need to take my woman to a bar. Bars are trashy establishments.
Oh, you know what I'm saying.
No,
She
I'm
can-
telling you,
okay.
I don't need a woman to. I don't need to go to a bar to drink with a woman. That's trashy. I don't do that. If I have a,
If you brought your girl to a bar, you wouldn't even bring your own girl to a bar?
No.
What do you mean?
I
Your
don't
own
go out-
girl?
I don't
What
go out
about
and drink.
dinner? Because she
Dinner
has to
with
be
the
old
bar.
enough to get a drink at dinner. too.
Exactly. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
It's so funny that-
Wait. Listen, you wanted my opinion. Let me give
of
it.
course. Let's
Okay.
go.
So I don't seriously date women who drink alcohol.
Okay.
That's
And sorry, I said I wasn't going to interrupt, but look here. This is an example, gentlemen, of how to hold frame. Okay, because you can see things. Look, everything got out of context. Everybody started getting emotional, and I said, hold on, everybody. You wanted my opinion, and let me give it. And everybody saw that I said that. They were quiet, and they allowed me to say my piece, right? And it's not rude. It's not entitlement. It's not anything bad. Okay, I have my place on the show as a guest. I wanted to say my point. I believed in my point, right? What's my point? It's okay for me to want to date and marry an 18-year-old. And I'm holding my frame and defending it very well. Watch again.
Trying to go to the bar.
Wait, saying, like, if you guys wanted to go out.
You just outed yourself. First of all, I don't need to take my woman to a bar. Bars are trashy establishments.
Oh, you know what I'm saying.
No,
She
I'm
can-
telling you,
okay.
I don't need a woman to. I don't need to go to a bar to drink with a woman. That's trashy. I don't do that. If I have a,
If you brought your girl to a bar, you wouldn't even bring your own girl to a bar?
No.
What do you mean?
I
Your
don't go
own
out-
girl?
I don't
What
go out
about
and drink.
dinner? Because she
Dinner-
has to be
Dinner
old
with the
enough to
bar
get a drink
there.
at dinner. too.
Exactly. That's what
No.
I'm saying.
It's so funny.
Wait. Listen, you wanted my opinion. Let
Yeah,
me give
of
it.
course. Let's
Okay.
go.
So I don't seriously date women who drink alcohol.
Okay.
That's trashy to
That's
me.
your thing, though.
That's me. I don't deal
That's
with
great,
it.
and I
And
respect
why not?
that.
Because it's a vice. It's a liability.
Bingo.
Okay, but if I'm
What is the positive ROI of a woman drinking in a relationship?
It doesn't exist.
well, this is a loaded question. By the way, I fully
How is that a loaded question? How is that a loaded question? A loaded question is I'm looking at Google right now. A loaded question is a form of complex question that contains a controversial assumption, such as questions may be used as a rhetorical tool. A trick question. There's nothing trick about that. What is the positive ROI of a woman drinking in a relationship? How many of you guys have dated a girl? She went out, got drunk, and did something really stupid and cost the relationship. I'm still. It's not a loaded question.
fully appreciate and respect what you're saying. But I also live in reality. Most women and most men are gonna have a cocktail. We're all fucking having a cocktail on the show.
Okay.
So meaning you're only gonna date a girl who does not drink.
Correct.
And is 18 and can't even drink anyways. Wink, wink.
That's why she really wants an 18-year-old.
Let's add context. You
Yeah, of
said,
course.
what's the youngest? I said 18.
Yes.
She said, what about boozing? I don't look at a girl and be like, oh, well, I love
she
this
drink?
girl, but she can't drink, so I guess I got to fucking disqualify
Totally
her.
appreciate that. Totally. What's the
No.
oldest girl you would date at 38 years old?
I don't know.
The
man.
oldest.
Fucking
70.
no, I don't want no powdered eggs. Are you kidding me? No, I 29.
Okay, so you
pushing it.
would if it starts with a 3, you're out.
She's got to be fucking. She's got to check every box. But like chicks that are get older and single, like what? Like why are you single? Like what happened?
Okay.
Like hot women get scooped up. Like good women are not
Yes.
left on the marketplace
So why are you single at 37?
because it's a choice. And I'm a man. I'm not a woman. See, you're trying to conflate female values with male values. Not the same.
I'm just asking a question.
And I'm
See, she's very triggered.
Well,
Trigger
no,
that tone. I like it.
She's triggered too.
Without this,
I'm not sure. Why are we throwing around the word triggered? I hate that. That's
nobody's
so-
triggered here. It's all good. I will.
So, you guys telling me, honestly speaking, 30 seconds on the clock. Is she triggered? Be honest. Don't try to, like, you know, supplicate for me or whatever. 1, she is triggered and offended. 2, she is not. Go. Let's go. Well, let's pull the live stream up on the channel, shall we? Can I pull the live stream out? Pop out the live stream. There you go. Let's pop it out. Here we go.
Shut up and take my money.
All right, there it is right there. You guys are saying it. She's triggered. Triggered. Look at that. The ones are coming in hard. Oh no. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Well, the audience has spoken. She's triggered. I feel like she was triggered personally. I feel like she was triggered. I mean, she was triggered, and it's so funny. After the show, she took clips of the show and, like, put them on her Instagram and was trying to be like, I got him. Oh, I got him. I burned him. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. You really got me. Keith Chief, 199 Super Chat. Don't drink like me. Check out Hard Ketones, Ketone Aid. Thank you. Was that a plug? Did I just plug something? I hope not. Okay. Let me see. Any more super chats I need to catch up on? We're good? Okay, let's continue. She's triggered.
I'll say this, not that I'm coming to John's defense, but he has a great point here. I recommend.
Not that I'm coming at John's defense. Yes, you are, Adam. Defend me and love me.
Feel free to trash this argument. I don't care. I think most men should not even consider getting married until they're age 30.
Real shit.
Even consider it. Okay? Most women need to full on consider marriage by the time they're 30. It's a different mark. I tell this story every time.
Shut
At
up
my
and take
40th
my
birthday.
money.
My boy
Black Lemur, $50 super chat. Is it true that drunk drivers in Japan get the stuffing beat out of them? No, but I will give you some context. Here's the deal. If you're in Japan and the driver is drunk and driving and the police pull him over, if you have a passenger in the front seat or in the back seat, everybody gets charged with the DUI. That's right. Don't fuck around in Japan. Don't fuck around. That's right. So if you're driving, and you're with your wife, guess what? You and the kids, guilty. Got grandma on the back? Guilty. Got grandpa on the back? Grandpa's going to die in jail. You're all fucking going to jail, motherfuckers. Yeah. That's a big difference with the laws here in Japan versus America. And if you're a foreigner, you're just guilty no matter what because the Japanese hate you.
Miguel comes up to me, yo, Adam, you're the man, bro. You own the bar here. You're killing it. You're making money. You're the fucking man. Oh, is that Laura over there? Yeah. She's how old is she? 40. She's single. Oh, man,
why is
that
she
sucks
here?
for her. Exactly. I say this all the time. If we went to high school together, I ain't dating you. I don't want you in the club with me. I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah.
But because I want you to be married with kids by the time you're 40 as a woman.
Sure.
There's different. All my best friends are 38, 41, 42, 45, millionaires crushing it, bosses. And I'm the guy that's like, guys, we're fucking 40 something years old. When are we settling down? We're doing this. And they're like, stop getting soft on me, Adam. Keep going. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be that 50-year-old dude in the club. That ain't going to be me.
Here's the
either.
difference, though. Here's the difference. And it's interesting that you asked him why he was single at 37. There's a big difference between a 37-year-old single man and a 37-year-old single woman.
Yeah.
37-year-old
Yes.
men of his status, he's single because he wants to be.
Yes.
The 37-year-old woman is single because she has to be.
Yeah.
A lot of women think that they fool us, especially when they're a little bit old. Because my girlfriend's 46. I'm 45. I have never wanted kids. I know I'm the outlier, whatever the case may be.
Oh, I was just thinking of you like right now. Shout out to my man, the legal mindset. You get that law degree, MLD. Much love. Just checked in at the right time. Hey, we have switched the show to our time. My brother over in Korea holding it down. Proud graduate and proud speaker at the Masculine Empowerment Network. The legal mindset. If you want a red-pilled, super-based, really funny and entertaining guy, Andrew Esquire from the Legal Mindset. Go over there, subscribe to his channel. We're trying to get him past 100,000 subscribers. He's almost there. This guy is educated. He's smart. He's been on my channel. He's been on Fresh and Fit podcast. His channel is going to blow up. He's a great guy. Go and check out the Legal Mindset right now. And then shout out to the Somali Nomad. Great username. $2 Canadian. Japan on that Sharia law. Happy to join the stream with you again. Got a new channel launched real soon too. Awesome, bro. You're welcome on this show anytime. You're my great friend. Love you so much. And yeah, the Legal Mindset. I love that new sound effect. Anyways, let's go back.
That doesn't make me special. I've just never wanted to have kids. That's just off the table for me. That's just the way it's been. But I think a lot of people have to understand, especially in the sexual marketplace, men and women are clearly not different. There is a big difference. There's a big difference between being a 45-year-old single man and a 45-year-old single woman.
100% agree with
I
you.
agree 100%.
Look how older women treat younger women around them when they're both single. They're fucking bitches, right? You probably experienced
No, it's
this.
true. It's
Doesn't
true.
it,
I
doesn't
agree.
it come down to whether you want kids or not?
Yes.
Let's get real here.
Yeah.
Because we did a show, one of the first shows we ever did with Rolo. We had a girl come on the show. Whatever, I don't need to say her name. And, you know, she didn't want kids. She was focused on her career.
She's losing. Look, she's still mad, bro. Look at her. She's big mad, bro. That listen, if you know women, you know, look at that. You see how she's looking at me? But this right here, listen, when you get a woman riled up like that, you could switch it over to love. Hate and love are the same thing. You know, it's a spectrum of feelings. And I'll tell you what after the show, and I'll give you more details. But I don't have a problem with this girl. I don't have a problem. My message is my message. If you get upset, that's on you. My message is not I didn't come on the show. I'm like, okay, time to fucking make these fucking girls angry. My message is the message of men. My message is to help men out. Money, muscles, game, frame. That's my message. Okay. And my message to women is just don't be hoes. Just don't be decent women, and you know, a good man will find you. Straight up. Okay.
And she's like, I want to make money. I just
look at her, bro. She's so big mad, bro. Look at that. She's seething.
want to have my, she was got a doctor, PhD, the whole spiel.
Who cares?
I said, do you want kids? She goes, no. And I said, well, you're cheating the system because you have no idea how many girls I know, late 30s, early 40s. I'm talking the finest girls in high school, the finest girls, like my home girls. And I see them out in the club. I'm like, what are you still doing here? Why are you here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what, like, they could have locked down men when they were 18,
That's right.
21, 25, 30, 32. Now you're 40 and you're still in the club with this fucking guy. Go home, baby. And I say to them, I go, what are you doing? Do you have a man? No. Do you want a man? Yes. Do you want kids? Yes. P.S. I'm going to whisper this. Are you freezing your eggs? Yeah, I am, Adam. I'm freezing my eggs. It's like, fuck, babe. You should have been married 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, real quick, how long you been married?
12 years.
Same age, different, like.
Yeah, similar age. Yeah.
So, and you've kids?
Yeah, 2 kids.
Okay. So this is also the thing that I see. How old are you, by the way?
34.
You're 34.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of, and you guys met where?
Kind of went to high school together. 2 different
So
schools.
that's another thing.
How about that?
That's another thing. Because all my best friends have all married the girl that they dated in college.
Right.
And I totally can appreciate that. I almost fucking married a girl that I went to college with. And that's great because you have similar friends, similar interests, similar socialization. Everyone's getting married around you. Believe me, I've been in that situation when all your friends are getting engaged and everyone's getting married. It's a very special time in your life. And that's a very unique situation. But if you don't go down that path as a man, because I understand going down that path, you've been with the girl forever. I get that. If you don't go down that path as a man and you stay single and pursue excellence and not just settle down, brother, don't get married. Keep it going. Pursue excellence. Meaning now you start dating girls that are 10 years age difference than you.
With
15
3
years
kids.
age difference than you. No, 0 kids. I ain't fucking with that.
I'm talking about your boy.
No, yeah. Well, that's a whole other thing. So, because I can appreciate that. What's been the secret to your marriage, making that work and the kids and everything?
It's maybe
Give me the good, the bad, the ugly. Well, how about this? Let me tee up what my buddy said and let me turn it over to you. This is a question I'm obsessed with these days because I'm frankly at that point where I'm like, dude, I'm born and raised in South Beach.
Chief Keep 999 super chat. Looking for a Japanese wife because of your statement on the whatever podcast was going to go last year, but individual travel ban and weather. If I go soon, can you help a brother out? Book a consultation, bro. Listen, bro. Yes, bro. Because these Japanese dudes are fucking pussies out here, bro. No offense to Japanese men, but a large majority of them are pussies, and they're not marrying these girls. And these girls want to get married, and they're good women out here, bro. It's untapped. Book a consultation. Go to modernlifedating.com. Book a consult. I'll help you out.
I own a bar. I've been in the bars. I'm like, I've partied enough.
Nigga. Slime arrow. You ain't getting a loyal Japanese wife unless you're Japanese. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Have you even been to Japan? Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? All right. Do you even know about Anime Jesus? Okay. Anime Jesus. You don't know about Japan like I do. Okay. Nihongo shaberenai desho means you don't speak Japanese, right? No. I know. I am the fucking resident expert on Japan and Japanese culture, motherfucker. I've been over here for 8 years. You haven't been over here 8 fucking days. Shut the fuck up. I just hate when I see stupid shit like that sowing fucking fear and bullshit in people's minds.
For 100 lifetimes.
Yeah.
So John doesn't drink. I've drank millions of dollars of booze.
I drink.
Okay,
I
I am
drink.
good.
My girl can't
Okay,
drink.
so the question that I'm obsessed with these days, where I ask all my married friends, I go, listen, give me the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just give it to me. Okay, you're off the record, this it, and I say, all right, and I get these amazing answers because I've known these guys forever. My one buddy, he says, I'll tell you what, the good, I love my girl. She's there for me. She's always there for me. No matter what, we're doing this together. Like, I love it. I know she's dependable. She's there for me. The bad, she's always there for me, okay? She's always there. Like, can we stop? So it was like this thing where it's like, all right, it's hilarious. So back to you. Give me the good, the bad, the ugly. I know you're on camera right now, so I don't want, but give it to me.
So I think the good, it goes back to what we talked about. We fixed and flipped the house together. We've got into the shit together, like everything, which is
Listen to what he says here. Quick bathroom break. I'm gonna let it play, but listen to what he says.
amazing. I've got somebody on my side and we're fighting towards a common goal, whether it's business, whether it's going through some shit. Like we moved into an apartment. We signed my first 12-month lease, moved out of my mom's house, out of college. We both moved into an apartment together. 2 weeks into a 12-month lease, I lost my job. Like we went through the shit together.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
That's
like,
a good
I gotta
woman.
ride or die. You know what
That's
I mean?
a good woman. That's the best feeling in the world ever.
Real
ride or
talk,
die.
dude.
Best
Real
feeling in the fucking world. And I'll add some context to my thing real quick. I made a mistake. I wish I had kids earlier. I have 37. I wish I had kids earlier. Just as
Why?
Why is that a
Why
mistake?
not?
You're good now. Don't no regrets, MLD.
Because I don't
You're
wanna be
fucking MLD. There's no
'cause I-
regrets here.
No,
No regrets.
I'm gonna be honest. Because I at this point I'm gonna be an older father, and I wish I was
That's
a be
fine, bro. Get the fuck it. You're
for
good,
you,
dude.
for you. But just telling you, for me.
Dude,
Yeah,
Theo,
but you
Theo
can't
Vaughn's
change
dad
time.
was like 70 something.
But
isn't that crazy?
I want to spar.
That's
with,
the
I wanna
difference
spar,
between a man and a woman.
I want to spar with my children. I want to fight. I want to
You
like.
want to kick the shit out of your kids?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
beat his fucking ass.
You better believe
Are
it.
you kidding me? I fought my whole life.
How many kids do you have?
I've
Will?
got 2, 9-year-old son, 6-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
9-year-old, 6. Best and worst part of kids.
Oh God.
I think the best part of kids is how much they can teach you. It's not just you pouring into them. It's leadership goes up the chain of command too, and it's seeing through their eyes. I think they expose you too. You know, I would have a short temper like my dad, and I'd say something. I go, "Oh, I can't do that," because I didn't like how it made me feel.
Yeah.
So that's the good. The bad, it's a lot of damn work, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're signing up for the rest of your life. I mean,
Literally.
there's some amazing moments, and then there's like, God, I hope they don't fucking die today. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
No,
like
you
when you
for
push
real.
them on a swing, like,
Still, you had kids, young MLD. Yes, this is my first age regret. At the age of 37, I feel like fuck. I missed the window. I'm gonna be an old father now. It is what it is.
Pull a John MLD and beat your kids, bro. Let's just keep them. I'm fucking with you, bro.
Fuck up my
I
kids.
actually want to ask the
I love Adam. I know a lot of people say like, you know, they give him shit and they make fun of him in the comments, like L host and Adam sucks, whatever. But I really think Adam's doing his best, and I think he's putting out quality content, and like he's done some great things, man. He's interviewed Jordan Peterson, he's interviewed Andrew Tate. Even when he fucked up about the situation with Andrew Tate, he was man enough to come up and say, I'm wrong. I think he's a good guy. I don't have any animosity or bad feelings to him whatsoever. I think he's a great person, and there's not an ounce of bad blood I have in my heart for this guy. I think he's honestly, and I respect him for being so cool and nice to me to have me on the show. You know what I mean? Hank Moody's in the house, $20 super chat. He says, U.S. Navy pilot Been here 2 years, and I married the most feminine, submissive, and cooperative woman I've ever met. Plus, her family is one of the richest in Hiroshima. My life is sensational. MLD knows what he's talking about.
Take my money.
Bro, how have you not hit me up, dog? Bro, send me a DM on Instagram. I will come out to Hiroshima and say what's up if you're cool. I meet all the dudes that are high quality in Japan. Okay. I'm actually friends with the first ever Japanese pilot to pilot the Osprey. You know, the Ospreys came to Japan recently, like, you know, within the last 10 years, or not even, I think it was like 20, within beyond lower than 10 years. But he's my buddy, and he's a high level member in the JDSF, right? The Japanese Japanese Self Defense Force, JSDF. Hit me up, bro. I would love to meet you, man. All high quality guys and he's talking. And here's the thing too. Now, I want to add some context to this. See this man? He's a U.S. Navy pilot. Okay, this guy ain't no fucking loser. So if you guys think you're gonna come over here, but you're a bum and get a good Japanese wife, no. But if you have your shit sorted out and you got a good woman, she's gonna want to lock you down, and you're gonna want to lock her down because they're good women, bro. There are good women here. Hit me up, bro. Hit me up. Okay. Yeah, like here, Illegal Mindsets in the house. He says, Martin Luther King, right on point. Connect with everyone red pill out here in Asia. Very few good people, even very few if you're a red pill dude. And Legal Mindset, Andrew Lynn, graduate Masculine Empowerment Network, now proud member and proud coach and leader in our organization. I told him, I said, bro, take the Asia pill. But once you come to Asia, I said, just be careful, because you can never be happy in America again. And at first he was kind of like, I don't know if that's true, but he came over here. He's like, bro, MLD, can't go back, bro. Can't. It's just like trauma, you know? Yeah. And here we go. True right here. The network is vital to long-term success out here. Absolutely. Because we need to stick together, bro. We need to stick together. So, brother, hit me up, man. I would love to link up with you. Even though, you know, if you come in Tokyo, whatever, let me know.
Girls, a question, because we were. So
you said, real quick, I wanted to piggyback off of something.
But you said Devin's 1 year older than you?
Yeah, she's a year older than me.
So, dude, I've heard your story. You used to do your thing in Vegas party. Prior to Devin, what did you think was the oldest you would date, and what's the youngest you would date seriously?
To date seriously?
Like seriously,
youngest?
obviously not some chick that's 20 and you bang her out, whatever. I'm talking like full-on relationship.
Yeah, if I want kids, 18 to 26. But I've never wanted kids. So I've dated girls as young as 18 years old all the way up to 44. So yeah, it was a wide range. But piggybacking off of what he said, like I said, I have a long and, you know, illustrious past with women. And as much of a magic carpet ride it was in Vegas, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I have no regrets, even though I don't.
Listen, let me just say something right now. I haven't fully digested the Colombia pill. Colombian women are the #1 cheaters in South America, bro. Colombia is overhyped. Straight up. No offense to my Colombianos, okay? But y'all know you'll be fucking down there.
I remember half of it. There is, and what you said resonated with me. There is nothing like succeeding and suffering with someone you know is going to be by your side.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, but me and my girlfriend, we've had so many firsts together. We took a helicopter ride for the first time. We did a hot air balloon. We plan on going on an Alaskan cruise for the very first time. We've done so many firsts, and making money is great. And don't get me wrong, I would be just fine without my girl, but I'm glad that I have her, because what we were talking about in the car, it's great to be successful, but it's so much more fulfilling and enriching when you have someone to share that with.
To celebrate your wins with.
100%, man. That to me is the best part of being in a relationship.
Would you is that friendship? Is that teammates? What category would you put that under?
No, me and my girlfriend are not friends.
I don't like my girl at all.
That's another American fallacy. Like, oh, you got to marry your best friend.
Right,
No,
exactly.
People say that.
Well, here's the thing.
It's retarded.
We get along.
That's not a good idea to marry your best friend?
No, it's not. And here's why. Because
that is a pretty fucking Disney fucking retard thing.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
She's my best friend. No. You know what makes a relationship work? Polarity. Okay. I'm the extrovert in my relationship. My girl starts talking so much, I'm like, babe, look, I love you, right? But like, you're just doing it again. I don't care about your gay coworkers at all. I love you. You're amazing. You're the apple of my eye. But I don't give a shit about this fucking gay dude taking pictures with donuts. Because that's a real story. My girl came home and she's like, let me tell you about this gay guy. He took pictures with the donuts and blah, blah. I was just, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. No offense. I don't care.
Term friend zone for a reason, right?
Yeah.
You ask any girl, well, do you want to marry? Oh, I want to marry my best friend. Really? Well, which one of your guy friends can you see yourself with? It's crickets. Why? Because they're in the friend zone. This doesn't mean I don't like my girl. No, I love and like my girl Devin very much. We get along great. We have almost nothing in common. Being compatible with someone doesn't mean having all of these things in common. Being compatible with someone means you just get along. Because I've dated girls who have similar interests and similar hobbies and similar personality, and we just didn't get along. That doesn't mean that I couldn't get along with her, but as long as you just get along with the other person, you are compatible. But as far as like us being friends, if she has something on her chest that she just needs to vent about, I tell her, call your girlfriends, right? I tell her, call your girlfriends. But if something needs to be solved, then she will.
Straight up, Patrice O'Neal had a hilarious bit on this when he was like, I make my girl tell me the end of the story first, and then I'll hear the story. You know? He has a hilarious bit.
Talk to me about it. That's just kind of the way that goes.
Straight
So
up.
many guys get caught in the friend zone because they buy into the ridiculous myth when women say, I want to marry my best friend. I want to marry my best friend. We have to be friends first before. No, you cannot protect a woman like you need to if you are her friend. This doesn't mean we don't get along. This doesn't mean we don't have a great time together, but we are not friends. We are in a relationship.
And MLD is slowly entering no filter Super Saiyan hammered mode.
There's
Gotcha.
a big difference.
Would you say that you and your wife are best friends, Will?
I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting, and I'd like to know the stat. What percentage of divorce is the man surprised? Because I think it's interesting.
What do you mean surprised?
100%.
Like, I didn't even know this was coming. You know, like
Well,
being served divorce papers.
70% of divorces are initiated by women, and it goes up to 90% if they're college educated.
And 100% of the men that are a part of that 70 to 80%, they have no idea.
100% of men are
100% of men, they have no idea to get blindsided.
What was your
There's
play
some
with
women who
that?
get married with a divorce attorney already on retainer.
Oh wow.
Well,
Real talk.
I love some of the stuff you're saying, but I'm just
And it's
interested.
funny. Look what listen to what Donovan said, and it's so funny. This and Miss Montana later in the show doesn't even realize she's doing exactly what Donovan says. Pay attention right here, real quick. I'm gonna rewind it real quick. Listen what Donovan says.
Of the men that are a part of that 70 to 80%, they have no idea.
100% of men are
100% they have no idea to get blindsided.
What was your
There's
play
some
with
women who
that?
get married with a divorce attorney already on retainer.
There are women who get married with a divorce attorney already on retainer. Okay. What a retainer means, Andrew here from the Legal Mindset can tell you, is when you pay an attorney a deposit to retain their services just in case you may need them. This can be $5,000. This can be $10,000. This can be whatever. But a lot of women in America, like you said, they get married with a divorce lawyer on file, ready to go, on retainer. Okay. Shout out to my big brother from another mother, Mr. Afi Kingdoms in the house. Dropping his famous fire signs in the chat. Everybody's put some fire signs in the chat for Mr. Afi Kingdom. I can't wait for Afi Kingdom to blow up and have his day in the sun, because this man needs it. This guy's got a heart of gold, wonderful person, 10 out of 10. He was supporting me in 2018 before I even started live streaming. This guy is like a beyond a day one. He's a great person. Love you, Afi. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Jerry Tolliver says, is drinking in America for you a coping mechanism? No, they gave us, listen, guys, why do you think they provided me with, and everybody there, with alcohol? Because they wanted a alcohol fueled the debate. That's just like reality TV 101. Okay. Look at Sosnick. He's not even, I think he's lightly sipping. I was pounding him back. I'm not going to lie. I do. I mean, I do enjoy having a drink, but I rarely have them. And then when I'm on Fresh and Fit, I'm like royalty over there. And so here and you can tell I'm pretty like hardcore over here because I'm still in Fresh and Fit mode. And I learned on, like, when I went on Jedediah's stream, like, I gotta like kind of can't be so savage on the Valley team. I gotta kind of well, when I'm talking to Jed, I love Jed. When I talk to her, I was I was having to, be Mr. Conservative, clear thoughts, no curse words. But here, I was having fun. I was still a little fresh and fit. I think I need to slightly dial it back a little bit for Value Taming Money, but I do think I did overall pretty good job. And I look fantastic in that suit. I'm sorry, but I feel like I look very good. I love my suit. Again, 10 out of 10.
Oh wow.
Well, but
I will say when I go to America, when I fucking smoke weed and eat edibles, that's part of the cope. Not gonna lie, I cope hard when I'm in America, dude. When I'm in America, like I have to like be around people that I love and be around people that like support me, because like I just like you guys don't get it. I really want to go to America. Like it's hard for me. I'm like I just see everything and I'm just like, good Lord have mercy, Jesus take the wheel. Anime Jesus on the manga mission, save me, please. It's heavy to be over there, bros.
I love some of the stuff you're saying, but I'm just interested to see if like the philosophy that we state as men, if we're getting surprised with divorces, does our philosophy contrast and conflict with the result that we're getting? You know what I'm saying? Like if men are getting surprised, but it also may relate back to what y'all were saying about like most men in society today are not the type of men they should be.
Right.
So those two things could be related.
That's absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Yeah. And the thing is I was married before, and I had it wasn't a terrible marriage, but it was a bad one. But guess what, man? If I were my ex-wife, I would have divorced me too.
Why is that?
Well, I just wasn't
You were
the
cheating.
man.
You were an asshole. You weren't friends. You friend zoned her.
I was I was unmotivated. I didn't take charge. I was reliable, but I was not masculine enough.
Are you saying that you're more of a pimp now and you're more of a simp then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Donovan Sharp exposed.
I mean, as hard as we appear on women, we are way harder on ourselves.
You better believe it.
And way harder on our male clients. When these guys come to us, we let them know, like, dude,
you're a
fucking loser.
You're fat. You're just.
I love Donovan, bro. This is how we are so in sync, bro. So in sync. Do you guys see it? Did you guys catch that? This wasn't even planned or anything. When we're coaching our clients, we have a come to Jesus moment. Like, dude, guess what? You're a fucking loser. Like, straight up, man. So we're both on the same page, and we are hard on the guys because men you got to be hard as a man if you want to make it in this life. You think I made it here being soft, bro? I have literally gone through blood, sweat, and tears to get where I am. Okay, blood, sweat, and tears. And you men out there, you want what you want, you're gonna need to go through blood, sweat, and tears as well. Okay, straight up. Well, look at this fat dono. Holy Jesus, take the wheel. Anime Jesus, thank you so much. Eric, $100 super chat. Blessings to you, Emily. Always watch everything you appear on. Stoked if you're going to stick to this new time slot. Wow. Hey, bro, thank you so much, guys. Seriously, honestly, I was really afraid to do this 9 p.m. time slot. I'm not going to lie. I was afraid. I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to watch me. I don't know if, every day as a YouTuber, I'm not going to lie. I just wonder, like, am I going to turn on this camera and am I still going to be relevant? Do people care about what I have to say? Like, it's just I'm keeping it 1,000 with you guys, and it's nerve wracking because I live for you guys. If you guys don't like me, then I'm nobody, And I'm just trying to put out a message of love and hope and just trying to help people out, man. And I'm like I said, I've been getting so many messages from women too, just saying like, thank you. And that means a lot to me, because so many fucking crazy bitches hate me. And but when I get a message from you girls watching me and you send me a DM and you're like, thank you for your message, thank you for everything you're doing, I love what you're doing, that really helps me. Like, you have no idea. I'm a human behind the scenes here too, and that means a lot. And Eric, this is a huge donation, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, bro. I really do.
Shut up and take my money.
And let me catch up with the rest of these. Jerry, thank you. $10 super chat says, thank you for answering my question. Appreciate you, my brother. And then Casual Derm, $20 super chat, supporting the show. Good to have you back.
Shut up and take my money.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. Wendy Jesus in the house. She says, you're loved, MLD. I love you too. Phil, my good brother, says, I like this time slot. I would miss the show before due to work. That's awesome. Yeah. No, I'm just, like I said, I'm just, I'm just trying to live for you guys, and the reason I changed this time slot was because of the voting we had on the community poll, and the community said 9 p.m. Eastern is better. And so I live for you guys, and I did it. So here we are. I'm going to put the Eric, I'm going to leave your super chat up, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Let's get back to this with me and Don saying these guys are fucking losers.
Cussing, you're not cool. Nobody wants you.
That's it.
I want to get the girls' perspectives here because you and your wife are the same age. MLD will go 18 to 29. You go 18 to 47, apparently.
Yeah.
What's the oldest guy you would date? You're 26?
25.
I'm so sorry.
They're both
25.
Oh,
You're
both 25
26.
too.
Adam, you are.
They're both
Holy
25.
shit. So all three of these high-value women are 25. My bad, okay?
You are the most charming. You are the most charming individual I have ever met. Like, this guy,
His looks are carrying him.
unbelievable. This guy is.
It'll get me
charming.
everywhere.
He is awesome.
Heather, what is the old? How about this? Not even hypothetical. What is the oldest guy you have dated? Age difference, and what is the youngest guy you'd be willing to date as a 25-year-old USA Miss USA pageant beautiful woman? Go ahead.
I would say the youngest guy I would date would have to be at least 30.
Okay.
So minimum
At
5
least
years
30.
older.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Minimum
At least
Okay.
30.
That's hot.
The oldest guy I've dated was 44.
44.
You're still
You
in
got
there,
a
Adam.
chance,
So you're
Emily.
still-
There's a chance.
You got it in there,
Yeah.
guy.
Okay.
There's a chance. You got it in there.
And give me some insight why, obviously I've already given you enough accolades. We think very highly of you and Fosh. That's why you're on the show today. Give me some insight as to why that's the age group that you'd be go for.
I feel like I guess like 20 years older than me. And I feel like if you go any older than that, then we would really start losing things in common. And there's just too much of a generational gap, honestly. I think it just wouldn't make sense beyond just
So
20 years.
you're 20 years.
20
That's
yeah. I mean, I've dated a
okay.
guy that's 44, so that's almost 20 years older than me. So
Hey,
just
all you
rounding it off.
44-year-old dudes out there, like,
I will say
How,
this.
keep it
how-
tight.
how did you meet that guy, 44-year-old?
Business. Yeah, he
Yeah.
worked with the law firm that I was working at the
I
time.
like
So
that.
we
You know-
stood
you know
at a-
how-
at a networking
You know how
event.
business is spelled, by the way. If you spell it out, it's BIZNASS.
B-I-Z.
Business. Just go ahead
To
right there.
piggyback off of what she said
Yeah.
about the age difference, I've dated girls 18, 19, 20 years old. And as much fun as it is, I'd be lying to you if sometimes things aren't a little bit frustrating because of that generational gap. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But again, everything in life has costs and benefits. If you want to date the hot girl, if you want to date the young hot girl, that's fine. You can do that. Just understand that she might not know who Knight Rider is. She might not like that. To me, that's one
When
of the.
Warren G Regulate comes on
You
and you're
feel me?
singing all the
Yes,
lyrics,
man.
and
Don't
she's
even
like,
get me
"Who's Warren
started.
G?"
Who
It's
is
like,
War- yeah, who is
holy
Warren
shit!
G?
You don't know Nate Dogg?
Oh,
This
you
is
gotta
insane.
go. You got if you don't know.
That
who
needs to
Warren
be
G
on
is.
the chart. That needs to be on the chart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Warren
Fosh,
G.
from your perspective, same question I asked Heather. What's the oldest guy you have dated or you'd be willing to date, and how young would you go?
The oldest guy that I've ever dated was 41, and the
You're in
youngest that I
there.
will date now, I'm gonna say like 32.
Okay.
Whoa, that's
So
that's
I was
specific.
gonna say 32, but I
That's
What would
I
you-
thought you guys were gonna say that's too specific, but it's true.
Like, oh, you're 31.
Yeah, you just missed the cut.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I feel like at 32, guys really start getting into who they are
I
as a
agree.
man.
I
I
We're
feel like
useless in our
agree.
20s. We are useless. in our 20s.
Natalia, you're
Yes.
25, beautiful. I'm
Sorry, I don't like Natalia.
putting you on the same level as a Miss USA contestant, and then
Look at her. She's just loving the attention. That's all she's there for. So rude. No professionalism. Sorry, behind the scenes, this girl is rude. She is mean. She's a rude, mean girl. And she's like bad representation for valuetainment. Like, yeah, you could be all Mrs. Oh, I'm Miss Prim and Proper on the camera. Tee hee, ha ha ha. But treating your guests like shit, not acting like a professional. Of course, I mean, she's 25, emotional little brat. Sorry, I just don't like people that treat me like shit. I don't fucking. This girl is rude. I'm not like her at all. Do not like her at all. Very rude. Extremely rude.
and also the beautiful model influencer, Fosh Posh over here. I'm putting you in that category.
Yes.
Beautiful, lovely, great worker, amazing, learning how to read, killing it. What's the oldest you would date, and what's the youngest you would date? And you're 25, so go ahead.
So the oldest I've dated was 32, but I was 21 at the time. And then the youngest I would date,
Oh,
honestly,
boy.
I would date somebody who's like 27, honestly, from where I'm at.
Okay, so only a
The
couple years older.
27-year-olds I've met.
Okay,
Not
so
all
again, I
27-year-olds
want to
are-
bring value to the
Yeah.
men out there
Okay.
because we have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of men watching. From a woman's perspective, why, like, what would you say to your girl if she's like, yeah, I'm 25 and my boyfriend's 24, or my boyfriend's my age? Like, what would you say, like, each of you, what would you say to your homegirls to, like, oh, okay, like, well, maybe you would want to consider what?
I mean, it just depends what you want in life. Like, I've dated guys who are, there's two different guys. They're both 32. One of them is living with 3 roommates in like a frat house, and the other one has a house and, you know, a good stable job.
So obviously you picked the frat house.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's 32-year-olds that are still. No, I'm saying there's 32-year-olds on that level. Yeah. And then there's 32-year-olds at a different level.
So thank you so much, Big Boy 702. Ups to you, MLD. Saw you fresh and fit and loved how you treat these 304s. Came to your channel, love your content. I'll be here every time you on. Keep giving us that fire. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate the $9.99. Really appreciate you. I thank you so much. That's really nice of you. All you guys send me these donations, really appreciate it, man. They all go back to the show. This doesn't go to like fucking, I'm not blowing shit on this, man. I'm like, you know, I obviously you guys know I'm in the process of getting my visa renewed right now, and it's just like a little bit of fucking hell. So if you guys can like pray to God that I get my visa approved, I don't care what God you believe in, but just pray for me. Send your positive thoughts. I'm dead ass, because once that thing gets approved, and I know it will, I'm willing it into existence. I got all the people that love me, thinking positively, praying for me. My homie Abu Americans praying for me. I got my dudes on Instagram hitting me up. I'm praying. Mom's praying. We're all gonna make this happen. I am putting all this money, and I am going to be taking $50,000 US and building a huge studio here in Tokyo, and I'm building a brand new show. Hit that subscribe button. Bear with me. The time change, it worked out perfectly. But I'm telling you guys, once this visa gets approved, watch out, because this channel is going to go to 1 million subscribers. Mark my words. My hands are cuffed right now. It is what it is. But once that visa gets approved, I'm telling you. Okay. And my homie, you know, I've been talking to Andrew. Andrew knows. Andrew's in the chat. He'll tell you. Legal Mindset knows. He's going to be on the show as well. Dude, it's going to be phenomenal. Okay. This is going to be a huge show, and I'm going to showcase you quality women from Japan, from China, from Korea, from Vietnam. I'm going to show you what real quality feminine women are like.
Shut up and take my money.
God, Lord have mercy. This man sent me another. Good Lord, Eric. Thank you so much. Jesus. Holy God. Dear Anime Jesus, please smooth over MLD's visa process in your holy name. Amen. Praise the Lord. I need to get the hallelujah sound effect on here. But again, yes, we are praying here. It's Anime Jesus right here. Take a look. There's Anime Jesus. We're going to pray to them all. Okay, we're not Catholic, but there's Anime Jesus. Okay. And there's Martha, Mary Magdalene. These are the bad dudes over here. Look at these bad Egyptians. Oh, no, no, no. But Anime Jesus is with us here on the Manga Mission, my co-host here on the Modern Life Dating Interview with the Man show. So thank you so much, Eric. You're the man, bro. God bless you. Thank you so much, guys. But for real, guys, pray for me. I'm dead ass. Please pray. Please pray. Positive thoughts. MLD, get the visa, get the visa, get the visa. It's going to happen.
Talk about the same age. If your girlfriend's like, I met this guy, he's the same age as me. Like, what, meaning you might be like, on one hand, hey, good for you. That's great.
Yeah.
What's the warnings you would give her? Hey, you might want to consider, because again, you're advocating going for a guy as much as 20 years older. So you must have strong feelings on this. What would you tell your best friend that was dating a guy the exact same age?
I think, I mean, it's common knowledge that women just mature at a faster rate than men. So I feel
that's
like
a fallacy.
No, that is a fallacy.
That's a fallacy.
Hold on, let her finish. I'm not going to be that guy. Let her finish. Then Fosh, and we'll open up for the gentleman. Go ahead.
I feel like women at 25 are in a different place in their life as men that are 25. So I just feel like I've just always had better luck dating older men. That might not be the same for everybody, but that's my experience that I've had, at least like a 5-year age gap.
What would you tell your friend who's 25 dating a 25?
What is this thing about women mature faster than men? Then why are these girls like emotionally getting all bent out of shape when I say some stuff? I want to know. You tell me, Miss Lawyer.
25-year-old.
You have to really like evaluate the person that you're dating for the long term. Are you guys going to get married? Does it make sense financial? I'm not going to say like financially, but like financially, does it make sense for the long term? If not, you're probably going to be wasting your time. What do you want? Like we're saying, like women mature faster. Most of the men around my age, they're not ready for a strong commitment. They're still playing the field. They're like, oh, I want to date this, and this, whatever. Most older men are like, I'm looking for a partner and somebody that I want to have children with, or, for the long run. So I would say analyze the guy and figure out if it makes sense for the long term, unless you want to be divorced and
Oh wow!
Let me ask the girls one more question. I'm coming to you, MLD. What age do you want to? What age do you want to get married, and what age do you want to have your first kid?
I would say now, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But by the time I'm 28,
I respect her for saying that. I really respect her for saying that.
I would like
Married.
to.
So you have 3 years. Clock's ticking.
Yes, it is.
And then you want to have a
It's
kid at what
clicking.
age? First kid.
27, 28.
Okay, so like marriage,
Soon,
kid, bang
very
bang.
soon. I would like that soon.
Heather,
I
same,
agree.
different.
Very
I agree.
good. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
MLD, tell them why they're wrong about men not maturing faster,
I just
slower
wanted,
than
like,
women.
I was like, they're giving advice and it's good, but like, I was just wondering, like, they're both single, so how's their advice valid?
You're single.
Well,
There's a big difference.
I'm not a woman
I know, but how is your advice valid for men if you're also single?
because I coach thousands of men who get into successful relationships and get married and have children.
Here's the
Just got owned.
Let's relax. So what's your point though? Is that they're not giving good advice? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that the advice they gave, whereas like the end point is to be married and have children.
Yeah.
They're not married and have children, so how is their advice valid?
It doesn't mean I couldn't be if I didn't want to be. Like you said, you're single by choice. Right now, I'm also single by choice.
How about this? What do you disagree with what they said?
I don't think that women mature faster than men. Maybe biologically.
There we go. Yes.
But not emotionally, and certainly not mentally.
And again, I agree with him, but that's not an indictment on women. This is just how women are. Here's how it works. Women stop the mental maturation process as soon as they figure out that they are sexually attractive. As soon as a woman figures out
she's hot.
Oh, this is why guys talk to me. Hold on.
You're literally mansplaining what it's like to be a woman right now.
Oh my God. I couldn't even fucking believe this bitch said mansplaining. I'm sorry, but.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
I thought I lived the meme. A white girl in America told me I was mansplaining. I have seen it all. I've seen Anime Jesus just come. Rapture me now, Lord. Rapture me into the great sky above. Call Peter, call Paul, call Matthew, call Saul of Tarsus, call them all. I couldn't even believe. I like literally was just. I'm sorry, Heather, but this is for you.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Anime Jesus, save us all. Mansplaining. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, exactly.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Exists.
Hold on.
Mansplaining doesn't exist. That's an America only term, and it's retarded as fuck.
Yeah. Listen. You can call it whatever you want, but this is how it is. When women
mansplaining, I can't believe I heard that.
When women.
Now I'm starting to be a little. Now MLD's a little cooked. Not gonna lie, just slightly cooked.
Figure out that men want to have sex with them. And this actually didn't used to be the case. This is only a modern problem. And the reason why is because as soon as a woman figures out that men wants to have sex with them, the world opens up to them. Yes. Every woman is born with everything they need to get everything they need. And so what happens in a woman's subconscious is, oh, men want to have sex with me. Guess what? There's no relationships without sexual attraction. There's no sex without sexual attraction. There's no marriage. There's no kids without sexual attraction. And so what the hindbrain says is that, oh, okay, I've made it. Men want to have sex with me. When men want to marry me, men want to have kids with me. So the common trope with modern women is they don't feel that they have to improve themselves in any way because all they have is that sexual allure. But as soon as they have to pay for their own drinks at the bar, as soon as they can't get into the club for free, what then happens in their head is, oh, wait a minute. The same guys who were looking at me when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, they're not looking at me anymore. So now I need to learn to cook and clean, be fit, feminine, friendly, be agreeable, be an affable person, be a follower, et cetera, et cetera. Again, that's not an indictment on females. That's just how they are. But what John was saying is 100% correct. Women mature faster physically. Mm-hmm. In some cases, they do mature quicker emotionally, but only because they're getting attention from older men. Yeah. That's just the way that works. Now, I will admit, when I was in my 20s, I was a knucklehead. I mean, we were. And, when I was in my 20s, I was useless. I was skinny, didn't have any facial hair, wasn't making any money. I was lazy, et cetera, et cetera. So I agree with you. My advice to guys is you should not even start to think about a long-term relationship with a woman until you are at least 35 and you have smashed at least 35 girls. Because if you don't, you are headed for destruction, my friend.
Yeah. Will, let me
shout out to JV, $5 super chat. You got me excited for the future. When you mentioned showcasing feminine women from Japan, appreciate you, MLD. Always keeping it true. Yeah, if you look up my channel, look up the show I started to do a while back called Interview with a Lady. Look at the quality of women that I was interviewing versus the troglodytes you see on Fresh and Fit show. And no offense to Fresh and Fit, but they know they have some fucking curmudgeons come on there, bro. Let's keep Eric with the Anime Jesus hundo donation on there. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Let me ask you a question. We're having this conversation of men, women, maturing, age different. What's the age difference between you and your girl? Same age?
Yeah, I'm like a few months older.
Would you say that you're more mature than her? Would you say that she's more mature than you? Would you say it's an equitable distribution of maturity? Break that down.
I think, I think it depends. Like, I think I've always said there's not a big difference between children and adults, because if a child, let's say, doesn't get love and affection or a certain emotional category when they're a kid, then that's going to develop as an adult.
Okay.
You ever worked with somebody that was like, man, that guy's an asshole?
Yeah.
And then you work with people that are more humble?
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that varies, but we're probably about the same. Like we've always been on the same wavelength. We have similar ambitions, similar goals. We have a similar viewpoint. So equitable distribution, sir.
What is so you're in finance, you're in real estate, how would you describe your career?
So I buy assets that produce cash flow.
Okay, so that's mostly real estate.
Real estate. We're placing an ice machine in Missouri. Airbnb. They produce it in a couple of businesses.
Income producing assets.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. What does your wife do for work?
So she was a stay-at-home mom for several years, and now she is the director at a private school in Austin.
Gotcha. So she's more the feminine, taking care of the kids role, whether it's at home or even her career.
Yeah, she did that for like 7 years.
Now, do you want your woman working?
I want her.
Do you want her making money? Do you want her? You said your kids are 9 and 7. What were they?
9 and 6.
9 and 6.
Yeah,
9 and 6. So why did she go back to work, and how recent was that?
So I want her to answer your first question. I want her to do whatever she desires to do.
Okay.
She went back to work to be a director of a private school because education to our kids is important. So in this school, she gets to control the education. She gets to hire the teachers. They're Socratic taught, so they ask questions. The children are learner driven. So you don't come to the teachers.
And what does she do at the school again?
She's the director. She runs the show.
I already know what's going on here, buddy. I'm all about saving that money. You're getting fucking free tuition because your kid's got a teacher there. I already know that. So you didn't even answer that. I already know that deal.
Are you getting a discount on the tuition?
No, we don't pay tuition.
No. There it is. 100% discount, baby.
You know exactly.
And you know what the great thing about guys like him is, like, I'm pretty sure
his beard.
Well,
yes.
I think honestly, like, you probably look out on single people, you're like, these motherfuckers are crazy.
I think here's my perspective. I don't think any of you are wrong. I think you have your opinions, and I think it's in a box that is working now. But I think you and I have different viewpoints, but we also have different goals. You don't want kids. I've always desired to have
Huge
kids.
difference.
You know what I'm saying?
Massive.
I think both of those things can work and exist, and they're both right.
Such a powerful point, because the first question that you need to answer, and you might not even have the answer, you might not even know the question, is who do you want to be?
Correct.
Right.
So I told a story about I sit around with all my buddies who are 40 and are like Miami, South Beach, playboys, millionaires. And I'm the one being like, again, we're all 40, 42, 38, 45. And I'm the one, it's not like we're 28, I'm having this conversation. I'm like, guys, we're 40. How much longer are we going to do this?
I would trust that
and my point is, I have one of my boys that's like, I got another 10 years in me, dog. I'm out there. And I'm like, yo, I got another 10 minutes.
He's an
in me,
idiot.
bro. Like, dude, I'm trying to find a girl, lock it up, because I 100% want kids. Because here's what happens.
Okay.
Well, because here's what happens. Once you've partied enough and drank enough and been with enough girls and made money, it's like you realize there's nothing else out there to do.
Yes.
When you've traveled and banged and partied and drank, it's like, okay, it's time to grow up. You kind of have to kill the old Adam or kill the old MLD and become a new person. And that's like literally what I'm going through right now.
Dude.
So stay tuned for more follow-ups on that.
We got a dono coming in here. Big boy 702. Get to that 1 million and I'll be there for the party. Exactly. So we're going to stop there. And tomorrow, or excuse me, not tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow I have to film in the morning. So I will not, there will be no show. But because it's Tuesday where you guys are. So Thursday night, 9 p.m., I will be back and it'll be drunk MLD versus the 3 entitled chicks here on Valuetainment Money. It is going to be good. Thank you guys so much for watching live. Appreciate you. This is the new slot. I'll be updating the banner on my channel. Okay. And you will see Ultra Instinct Drunk MLD ready to roll on the next episode. Stay tuned, because remember what I told you. Remember when Donovan Sharp said that a lot of these women get married with a divorce lawyer on retainer? The one woman on that panel who went to law school, you'll be shocked at what she says. Appreciate you, Somali Nomad, throwing in the quick last $2 super chat. Appreciate you. I love you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you on Thursday. Peace out.